Hello, adventurers. My name's Tyler.
And I'm Richard.
On today's episode, we're joined by a very special guest, and Richard's running us through a game of Mörk Borg. Welcome to Tree Strike.
Howdy, folks, and welcome back to the show.
Howdy.
It's Spooky Month.
Spooky.
And we're running through a bunch of games. We played Mörk Borg once last year, and that was the last time that we played Mörk Borg for an entire year.
And only time.
Yeah, and I've been telling our friend CJ about Mörk Borg for a very long time, and I wanted to get him in on a game. So he is joining us today, as well as Tyler, as my two unfortunate souls that are going to be wandering through a graveyard tonight.
Ooh, spooky. Yeah, actually, this year for Spooky Month, we're stepping outside of the one-on-one just a little bit. And this week and next week, CJ will be joining us. Richard and I will each be switching spots, running different games. And then the 2 episodes after those, we'll have another guest on for those.
Yeah.
So just letting a couple of our friends and associates get in on the fun a little bit, get on camera and stuff. And it means we get to try new things, even playing games we've already played, but with more players.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that changes the experience. I'm excited for it.
Oh, it's
I
definitely going to change this game.
Loved and hated this game last year as a player.
Loved and hated.
Loved and hated.
So you did not survive last year.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So we were telling CJ that this game is not an easy game to survive in. So Tyler made it so far last year, so close to the end, but still couldn't do
I
it.
could see the stairway
Yeah.
to what I assumed was the end.
And I offered to allow him to play his character again tonight, but he decided to go with a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without further ado, we are going to jump into tonight's game of Mörk Borg. What we're actually playing is a small module from one of their designs called Graves Left Wanting. And this is by Carl Druid, one of the game designers.
Okay.
It is something that when I first saw it, I really wanted to run because it just sounds like so much fun. And now I get a chance to.
Sweet.
So we have 2 characters here. Why don't you start off, Tyler, by telling us a little bit about your character? Who is he and what does he look like?
Oh, what does he look like? I didn't even think about what he looked
Oh,
like.
you gotta think about what he looks
we're
like.
on that
Gracious.
place.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm playing Bitey McBiteface. You can call him Mr. B or Bitey or I don't know, whatever the heck. Theodore. I don't care. Theodore, also known as Bitey McBiteface, is half of a man. He has part of his face, the flesh is missing from the temple down underneath the chin bone, and you can see exposed teeth, like razor ragged teeth all the way through. But you have a nice porthole on the side here. He has a constant nosebleed, so it's just dripping down into that, and you can actually see it dripping and running through the gaping maw constantly.
Gruesome.
Oh, it's wonderful. Constantly you'll see him staring at things or people or you, in this case, CJ, with a manic gaze. Just don't take it personally.
I'm
just
lovely to look at, I
what
assume.
he does. Completely shaven head. There's not a bit of hair on there.
I like it.
There's no hair on the arms, the legs, anything. Total naked mole rat, ready to go swimming like a torpedo. He's got bits of cloth, almost like burlap sacky, if burlap could be a cheaper material, over his torso. No sleeves, and these ripped up torn shorts. No shoes, but a big, beautiful greatsword across his back that he must have stolen from someone he murdered.
Okay. I like it.
Oh, also, he has a little
that's
puppy,
right.
an
Little
ancient
puppy
gorehound
dog.
who's on its last couple legs. Doesn't have long on this plane. His name is Jimothy.
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 Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I like it.
that's
Good.
it.
What do we got, CJ?
I was not expecting to describe a character.
Make it up on the spot. That's what we do here.
Yeah, I know. I will be a Jeremiah, a prophet of a dead god. I'm a raggedy old man with a wonderful, fabulous fur coat.
It's Jeff's kiss.
Yep, it's nice. I also have a wonderful shield with my best friend Paul, who is a skull. just roped to the front of it.
Is Paul like sentient at all? Or
Oh no.
just a skull?
Yeah.
Just
Cool.
a skull?
He's sentient to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Tells you what you need to know about Jeremiah right off the jump.
Jeremiah is a wonderful human being. How dare you?
So what we have here is actually two different classes. We have somebody who's kind of like a fighter, and then we have somebody who is kind of like a caster. So if you're not familiar with Mörk Borg, it's not really traditional TTRPG. It's pretty dark, pretty gross, and just pretty weird overall. But it is running a D20 system. We do have our characters already ready to go. So we are going to jump right in, and I'll just tell you a little bit. You know a little bit of this, depending on what you remember.
All a year
is
ago. Who
the
remembers that?
land that you're in is called Tveland. So it is a very dark, gruesome place. It's not very sunny here. It's generally a pretty moody, depressing place to be. Life here is not long. There's a major city called Galgenbeck that sits in the center, which is kind of like the big hub, like where most people live. You're not going to be there, and you're never going to see that tonight.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for setting the mood.
Where you are at is in the forest of Sarkash. It's a massive, massive forest.
This already sounds better.
Specifically, you are in the middle of Sarkash in a grave, not a grave, but a cemetery called Graven
Immediately
Tosk.
worse.
I'm already dead?
So Graven
right.
Tosk, I'll give you the quick description here. An immense cemetery, older and greater than memory, Graven Tosk sits in Sarkash like a festering scab. To the east, the Shadow King's mansion looms always, impossibly equidistant. Although abandoned since the palace's ruination, bodies somehow keep finding their way inside. All the while, living and unliving attempt to claw their way out. So this is not a friendly cemetery. It is a cemetery that is constantly shrouded in mist that confuses people that end up here.
Okay.
Good. So,
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't remember.
since you started with your character description first, we'll jump over to CJ, and he will tell us how he died.
Oh, I died?
Oh, you are dead. You nailed it.
Ah, crap.
Oh, this is how I could have played my old character. It all makes sense.
Well, I'm old, so I assume I had a stroke.
You had a stroke. Okay.
That's
Peacefully in your bed in Galgenbeck?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. I'm assuming in a bar, made a whole scene out of it, twitching on the table.
Okay. And then you, Biffin, how did you die?
Eaten to death by my own dog.
Eaten to death by your own dog.
But I took that mother with me. I took him right to hell with me.
Well, you tried. You
Yeah.
tried, but you died before you saw him die.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So, yeah.
Never mind.
All
I'll
right.
erase dog from my character sheet.
He came back to finish the job.
So, where we are going to open, which actually I'll give you a quick peek here. So, this is a map of the graveyard. It is not very large. You can see there's a couple of points of interest on here.
Mm-hmm.
The most important thing in here is that while this is a map, this is mostly a conceptual map. It's very difficult to move around in these mists. Point A to point B is not so simple, ever. And where we're actually going to start you guys off is in what's referred to as the Plague Pit. So this is where new bodies are brought to the cemetery and dumped off to be. And that's where we will open up our game, inside this Plague Pit. Biffin, you are basically unceremoniously dumped in here under a couple of bodies. And as you come to, the scratches of your dog can be felt in the earth around you. And you can hear a slight whimpering as he's digging towards you.
He did come
Jeremiah,
back to get
you
the job
also
done.
hear this whimpering from the outside of your casket
I got a casket?
that you are in.
Doing way better than you already.
Yeah, right. I just want to point this out real quick that you relapsed into our last week's characters and called me Biffin instead of Bitey McBiteface.
Oh, Bitey
also known as
McBiteface.
Theodore.
Oh my gosh! Why did I call
Or
you
Bitey.
Biffin?
Because I'm Biffin.
Yeah.
I'm Biffin now. That's who I am.
It's funny because it's probably because I was listening to that on the way here.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
I was gonna
sorry.
let it go, but it was really funny.
Okay,
and I was gonna start
Bitey.
laughing.
Okay, Bitey. I wrote Bitey here.
Funny
Wow.
if you wrote Biffin.
No, I didn't. I thought I did, and I was like, no, I wrote Bitey. Okay, we're good. So yeah, that's where we will open. Is you you are underneath some earth and a couple of stinky bodies as you suddenly take a nice deep breath and realize
Rise
that
from your
you
grave.
aren't in fact dead. You do seem to be alive, although somebody sure thought you were dead, but your dog knew you weren't dead.
He came back to finish the job. He goes,
Yeah,
right.
I told you.
So he's digging you out.
He's digging me out.
And you can hear the dog whimpering and kind of making noise from outside of your casket.
All right. I got to ask this. Do I get a vibe that he's trying to dig me out because he's sorry for what he did?
You get a vibe that he's sorry
or
for what he
is
did.
this like
Yeah.
he's here to finish the job?
It was food aggression. It happens.
Oh, I mean, like the constant nosebleed and
Yeah.
stuff. I get it.
It
but-
happens. He felt really bad. He felt really bad.
He's got
He
a full
doesn't
tummy now,
hold
at
it
least.
against you that you tried to kill him as he was murdering you.
Yeah, I mean, I would
So.
say we're even, except I actually died.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Only kind of died.
Only kind of died. Death's temporary. So is he like near me, or I just like?
Oh, you can feel him like above
Feel
you.
him.
Yeah, helping you, like digging out.
Timothy, hey, a little closer, Timothy. And I breathe without opening my mouth, just through the side.
Just through the side.
It's horrifying.
I can't breathe through the nose. It's constant stream of blood.
So hearing your voice emboldens him to dig faster, and he
Yes,
eventually exposes you so that you can start to pull yourself out.
Perfect.
What are you doing, CJ?
Shut up. Just let me be dead in peace.
So you hear
Jimmy.
sounds coming from a casket nearby.
Fresh food. I hear a meal nearby. Sniff it out, boy. Sniff it out.
So he starts nosing around and looking around. He goes over to a nice kind of like a red wood casket with
Mhm.
iron fittings and everything like that. Not a very fancy thing, but obviously something that somebody put some money into. Because it wasn't just a body thrown into a pit like yours.
Oh. I knock on the casket. Hey, you got anything good in there?
Go away.
That sounds like a yes. Do I have my greatsword on me?
So you look around. Yeah.
¿Por qué?
So if you look around over by where you were at, basically your stuff that you had on you was still on
Yeah.
you. You were essentially just thrown onto a cart with everything that was strapped to you. And it looks like you were just jumped down the side of the hill
Okay.
and rolled over. And eventually other bodies got piled up on top of you.
Okay. I want to attempt to kill whoever's in this box so I can steal their stuff.
Well, they're in a box.
Yeah, I want to
So
stab into the box.
you want to try and stab into
Yeah.
the box? All right. I'm going to need you to make me a DR12
TR12.
strength.
Okay, so it's a +1. That is a 14.
That is a 14.
Yes.
Okay, so are you smacking it down or are you trying to stab through?
I'm trying to stab through.
You're trying to stab through.
Thanks for having me over. It was a great game, guys.
So yeah, CJ, I'm gonna need you to make me a DR 12 agility test.
Agility, you say. Whee! That is a
That's-
17
That's
plus 2.
very good.
So
That is a
19.
17 plus 2. Okay, so you hear somebody shuffling over towards you, and then a couple moments later, a sword just pierces
So
through.
I knocked on the box and
So-
asked if he had anything.
As this goes through, it just splinters the top of this. It just goes slamming straight through. It goes right past your head, and basically just this wood, while it looked nice, was not so great after all.
Those balsa wood.
Yeah, and it just crumples under this.
I got scammed.
And and you see Jeremiah, presumably laying flat in there. He's got a shield laid across his body. Somebody put him in here with a little bit of care. You're out.
Well, I'm out. Protect me, Paul. Just lift the shield.
Oh my gosh. Ah,
What's he doing, Paul?
did I get ya? Are you dead now?
I wish I was.
That's a no. I pull the sword out. Give me one good reason I shouldn't take your stuff. And then get your things after.
You would murder a man of the cloth?
I'd murder a man.
He does look respectable.
Kind of straight up. Um, tell you what. You tell me why I'm alive as a man of the cloth. Tell me what your God says. And if you can figure that out for me, I won't stab again.
Kind of put me on the spot there, huh?
Come on, holy man. Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
I look over at the big, I'm assuming, mansion that we can see.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see it like way off in the distance. It's hard to miss.
Probably something to do with that.
Turn. Do I get the vibe it has something to do with that?
I mean, you know what the seat of power used to be like here, and there's not much to hope on in this world.
Just fresh meat. How fresh is your meat?
Doesn't look too fresh.
Yeah, I'm pretty old.
I look down at Jimothy.
He seems disinterested.
Fine. I start walking towards the house.
What are you
I'm gonna
doing?
find better meat.
So as you look around, the plague pit itself is pretty high sides. So this has been dug very, very deep. There are bodies everywhere. The moon is out. It's definitely night right now. And it's basically just like a pale, sickly, off-white color, like soured milk. It smells really, really bad here. What you can see is
can't
the
smell anything.
fog. You can see fog everywhere pouring over the sides. Like
Oh.
even
Yeah.
between you and the mansion, you see fog, and then not much beyond that, kind of like shadows of trees or anything like that. Each one of you give me a D6 roll.
Love to. Dose.
4.
Okay. So you,
Mr. CJ.
this is what you know about Graven Tosk, basically. So this is not something that you would find unfamiliar at this point, because kind of looking around at the pit, both of you kind of realize that you must be in the graveyard, and it's the largest graveyard that's around. It's very well known that people come here and they don't come out. What you know is that what we've heard is tales that the dead that are here are soothed by magical instrument music.
Do I
What you
hear any
know,
music?
you don't hear any music right
Okay.
now, but
What
that's
I
what
know?
you know.
Okay.
What you know is that as you begin to walk, it feels like it's getting warmer. Like the temperature seems to be rising.
Like much warmer or just slightly?
No, just slightly warmer.
Okay.
Like the night's not getting cooler. The night is getting warmer.
Interesting. Does it feel directional? Like because I'm going
all
it's just
around
in
you.
general
All
is
around
getting
you.
warmer. Okay.
Now, looking around at the sides, you both can see this. It's a pretty steep side. You could probably get up it. It would just take a little bit of work. It's probably going to be very slippery with the bodies and just the general mud. It's kind of like, it's not wet, it's just damp out because of the fog. But what you can see is what looks like a tunnel that has been bored into the west wall. So there is obviously a hole over there. It's dark. You can't really see what's going on in there, but there is something there. There's a hole there, and then there's obviously the sides.
I can get to it pretty quickly.
To the hole?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like the plague pit is pretty large, but I mean, you can definitely see it from here. The fog kind of starts to obscure it, but the closer you walk to it, the more clear the hole becomes. And it is it's a fairly decent sized tunnel that like a standing person could walk through. You're not going to have to crawl through it the closer you get to it.
I look back over here at Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
Hey, holy man, you coming? Or are you
What?
gonna stay here in your box all day?
The box was nice.
Yeah, I've seen nicer.
We gotta be like that.
It's really brittle.
Where are we going? I'm just gonna trudge over to you.
So if you hop out of your coffin, you'll notice that you're in like a section where there are other coffins. So like you're in a section where they would kind of push coffins down and let them roll down. They all seem to be like latched shut. Yours was latched before it was destroyed. A couple of them are broken, and you can see like limbs hanging out of some of them. There are just plain skeletons out here as well. You'll see bones everywhere. Some of them look human, some of them don't. And then just bodies of all basically stages of decay.
Okay.
Strewn about everywhere.
All right.
And it smells really bad. And it does seem to be getting warmer.
Before you say it, yes, it's getting warmer. It's not just you. 2, should we try to climb, or do you want to go through this hole, the mystery hole?
Why is there a mystery hole in a
'Cause I don't know what's
graveyard?
in it.
You just want to go into a random hole.
Honestly, kinda. Do you know what's in it? I'll lose interest if you tell me what's in it.
I'm assuming pain and death.
Assuming means you don't know for sure. Hole.
Do you go in the hole?
I-
Or do
I
you clamber up the
Take
side?
out my lantern with oil.
Oh, that's right. You have a lantern. Oh, roll me a presence roll real quick.
That is a D20 plus presence.
Yeah.
Where did I put my D20? Oh, it's right here. D20 plus is -1. That is a 10.
That is a 10. Okay, so you have a fair amount of oil for this. I think you have like about
It said
16
presence plus. Oh yeah. Oh, I
hours
see
of
what you're
oil.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
You have plenty of oil.
So much oil.
All the oil.
The best oil anyone's ever seen.
Mhm.
I have lots of friends
Mm,
who are big oil.
lots of friends or lots of victims.
The oil, it all come from one place. Yeah, so I ignite my lantern
Okay.
with oil and hold it out in front. I kind of look like the old gentleman from the Haunted Mansion with his dog
Yeah.
in the graveyard.
So your lantern has a little knob on the front, and when you turn it, it basically like has a little flintstone in it, and it like catches. Takes you a couple turns because it's a little bit wet and damp
Oh,
out
for
here.
sure.
But eventually it clicks, and you have a nice little flame in there, and you can kind of spotlight it with the glass in the lantern a little bit.
I do so.
Well, I was going to try to go up the side, but seems you have a lantern.
Oh, we could do that.
So it helps cut through the fog a little bit. You can see a little bit more clear now in the hole. It is the same though, much the same, just bodies and coffins, and you don't see any other holes now. This is the only one that you can see, and it doesn't look like rough hewn. So as you get closer to it, you can actually see that there is like
Very
somebody
purposely
put some work into this. There's some like 4x4 logs that are roughly cut that are kind of holding it up in certain places.
It's supported and everything.
It's
Okay.
got some support to it, so it's not dangerous looking.
It's a nice hole.
It's a real nice hole. Not dangerous or anything.
Mm,
You first.
you do have the light.
Yes, but your God will protect you. Like he's protected you from death.
Kind of wanted to die, but okay.
You can't die, I'm assuming. I'm assuming I can't die either.
That's
My
unfortunate.
best friend here tried to kill me and I'm back.
Look at the dog.
Yeah.
He rose up against your leg.
He loves flesh.
Just gonna step to the side away from them.
Okay. Who's leading? You?
No, I'm gonna put the shield out in front of me. Lead the way, Paul. I know it's scary. You got this.
I guess
No,
Paul's
don't worry
leading.
about it.
So you start to march down the tunnel. It's not as light as it could be because you are casting your own shadow.
I'm assuming Paul's blocking a lot
And
of it
Paul
too.
is blocking a lot of it with the shield. So it's a little bit rougher going, but you can see as you go. It marches on for, I don't know, probably like 5 or 6 minutes before you start to see an opening, basically. And as you walk in, I'm assuming you're going straight into the room, or
No, for sure. I'm watching our back a bit,
Okay.
but I'm going wherever they go.
okay,
What do you see, Paul? A
So-
room?
yeah, you see.
What's
a
in the room? And just walk completely into it.
So when you get into this room, it is it's a little bit cooler now, obviously, down here underground. And when you come in, it is very stale. Like this is air that hasn't been breathed by a living thing in a while. It was pitch black in here until he kind of walks around next to you and lights it up a little bit. The floor is covered in fog, though. So like the same kind of fog that was outside is just kind of swirling around on the floor. So everywhere that you step, the fog kind of just swirls around. It's not a very large room. but it does appear that you are inside of a tomb. And against the wall on the front is a large standing sarcophagus that has like some ornate patterns and stuff like that all on it. That's flanked on either side by 2 torches that are kind of hanging in sconces on the wall.
Are they lit?
That are not lit.
Not lit. Okay.
Not lit at all. The rest of the room is pretty basic. There are a couple urns in the corner with like long dead plants that are just completely dried up. To the north, you see a kind of like a narrow crawl space that looks like it. It's not like the tunnel that you just came out of.
Right.
Like this is something that was dug by somebody, right? So it's small. You'd have to kind of crawl through that. Then you see another tunnel that does look like the one that you're in. So you see another tunnel that's on the south wall. And then you are essentially on the east wall, like your tunnel comes into there. And if you turn around and you look back, it looks like there was a wall here that was kind of like torn down to make this access. And that's all you see.
What the heck? That guy's got a way better burial than me.
Well, Mr. Grave Robber, you gonna go rob him?
I'm not a grave robber.
Try to rob mine.
You were making noises. Means you're not dead. Can't rob a grave if you're alive.
I didn't think of it like that. You've kind of put me in a weird spot here.
Look, man, between you and I, if you were fresher, you'd be dead.
I've never been so happy to be old.
Okay. I want to step up next to him so we can illuminate the room more evenly.
Okay.
Is there anything weird about that sarcophagus?
Roll me give me a presence.
I got decent presents.
Whee! No, you don't.
No, I don't. That would be a natural 1.
Okay.
You break your eyes.
It's a +2, so a 3?
Yeah. It,
Ooh.
unremarkable. Like it just looks like a nice sarcophagus that's standing. It's made to be standing. Like it wasn't like leaned up or anything like that. That's all you can tell is that it was made to be a standing sarcophagus.
All right. I look around a bit. He's checking that out. Oh, more light. Can I ignite things with my lantern?
Yeah.
I want to light those.
Do you want to light the torches?
Oh, absolutely.
So
you know
light,
I do.
You light both the torches. Everything kind of flickers a little bit more to life in here. You could definitely see a lot better.
Big light.
Engraved on the front of the sarcophagus, you can actually kind of like read a little bit better. Actually, it's not on the sarcophagus. My bad. It's on the back of it, like on the wall, like above it. It says "Erhard."
Air is hard.
So
Aren't you illiterate?
HRDS. Yeah,
Yes.
you can. Erhard is what you read.
Hey!
What's that say?
You're like, that stone is awfully bumpy.
Says beef jerky.
Oh, there's beef jerky in it? I want to pry it open.
You want to pry it open?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's beef jerky inside.
Are you helping or are you just
I'm watching.
you're just watching?
I'm gonna stay a
Okay.
safe distance back and watch.
You're gonna give me a this is gonna be a DR 18 strength test.
Strength? That's a +1. This is basically guaranteed.
Yeah, you got this. Come on, nat 20.
That is a dirty 10.
That is a dirty 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you got for me?
I need you to roll me a D4.
Uh-oh. That's a natural 1.
That's a 1. Okay. So you walk up to the sarcophagus. You said you're gonna try and pry it open?
Yep.
Okay. So you walk up and you take your sword and you stick it in the side.
100%.
And I'm assuming you try and like kind of give it a little bit of leverage.
Yeah.
Trying to push it open. And it's not giving. Like you can't get it. Like,
Jimothy, give me a hand.
it's just not working.
Give me some
Uh,
muscle.
Jimothy looks like he's a little concerned, and you kind of move around to the front and you grab it and you try and like you're just trying to like yank on it, you're trying to pull it back.
Yeah.
And as you do, you hear kind of like a little bit of a snap, like
Yeah.
stone breaking. And you feel it give way.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
it falls on you. And you take 1 damage.
It's fine. You got 10 of those. You're fine.
Yeah.
9 to go.
So this falls on you, and then as it hits you, it basically cracks into pieces, and you are just kind of like in a pile of rubble, and it is completely open now, though.
Is it? And I get up as quickly as I can, and I
Yeah.
look for the beef jerky.
Oh, so you don't see beef jerky. What you do see on the inside of this is a man
Someone
wearing
ate
like
the jerky.
fine silk clothing, and he looks like he could be alive. He's just sitting, like standing, actually, with his arms crossed, but his skin, it looks really, really good, like near perfect condition. You don't smell rot or anything.
I am just steady stream of blood from the nose into the mouth cavity. And I just lick it up real quick. And then I start to drool out the other side. This skin looks delicious.
Are you going to taste it?
I really want to taste it. Is there a willpower test? I'm just going to taste it. I want to taste this, man.
What are you doing? Are you just going to walk up and grab his arm?
Just
And...
gonna
I
lick him.
want to. Yeah, I want to.
Just look the side of the face.
I want to give it like a poke and prod to see if it's still alive, and if it's alive, I want to bite it.
Okay, so
If it's alive, what if it was dead?
It's not as tasty if it's dead.
you
But were you still
No,
gonna bite? Were you gonna bite it anyways?
so you walk up. What do you have on you right now? Do you have your sword out?
On
Do you
me?
have your
I have my sword. If I'm approaching, I would put it on my back,
Mhm.
on my little like sling thing. I do have on my pouch. I should mention this earlier. I have a little pouch full of a couple like things I've just had on me. I have a grappling hook, a little bit of dog food. Oh, that's probably why he was looking for me. I had his dog food.
Yeah, you had his food in your pocket.
But that's it. At this point, I've just got my like graggly looking teeth ready.
You have the oil lamp out?
I do have the lantern. yes.
I'm 100% just gonna light a smoke while he's doing this. Like this stupid.
Okay, so you walk up and you prod it. The flesh is weird. It's like waxy,
Oh,
and
it's that soy flesh.
kind of mushy,
Yep.
like it's malleable,
Soy flesh.
and
Sat too long.
it leaves kind of like an oily residue on your fingers when you take your hand away.
I don't bite it.
Yeah.
With all the extra flavoring on it?
No. You come bite it then. Let me know how it is.
It doesn't make any
I'm
moves.
not a
though.
cannibal.
It's just there.
Go check his pockets.
You find nothing in his pockets. He's just wearing fine
Mhm.
silk clothes.
I take his clothes.
You want to try and take his clothes?
Yeah.
So
I want to put him on.
when you start to
You are
take
a
his
great
clothes
robber.
off, the body is unnaturally heavy.
Why is
like,
this so heavy?
It feels like it's heavier than it's supposed to be. As you pull it out, like dead bodies have like a lot of weight to them because dead weight.
Yeah.
But this seems heavier. But yeah, it seems pretty heavy.
Do I get his clothes?
Yeah, you can take his clothes.
I put him on.
Just fine silks.
What color?
They're just like kind of like burlappy. They're like tans and stuff like that.
Oh, it
they're
matches
they're
my current
well
outfit.
they're well made.
Yeah.
They're just not pretty visually.
I put him on.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Fine
add
silks.
Fine silks to my inventory. You want anything from this guy?
There's just a naked body on the floor.
I can't do anything with a naked body.
Well, he's kind of squishy. Can't you like speak with dead or something?
No.
Oh. What the heck? We used to play this like imagination game growing up. And the magic-y like god people could speak with dead people. You can't do that? That's not real?
I look at Paul and it's like, this guy's weird. Yeah, I know.
Paul, back me up.
That's just rude, Paul.
All right. What will you do now? Like I said, there's a crawl space that you can see. And then there's another tunnel.
You know what? Jimothy, we've been making a lot of moves. We should let our new friend pick which way we go. Hey, Jeremiah, what you think?
Can I take one of those lit torches off the wall?
Yeah,
Are
so if
they-
you walk
okay.
up, it's kind of like set in like an iron ring.
Okay, so it's not built into the wall.
No.
Okay.
Well, the iron ring is, but
Well,
the torch is kind of set in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take the torch out.
You take the torch out.
Put Paul in front of me. Torch so Paul can see, and we're gonna walk down the rest of the tunnel.
Oh, so you're going to the other tunnel?
We're just gonna continue down.
I'm gonna watch him go for a little bit. And I'm gonna look at the crawl space. I'm gonna say, "You know what to do, Jimothy." And I send Jimothy towards the crawl space.
You send him towards the crawl space?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I slowly follow behind Jeremiah.
Okay.
Jimothy's
So
gonna go like dead space.
Jimothy clambers into the crawl space and disappears.
Mhm.
You hear him for just a moment, but
Jimothy's dead.
then it kind of
You
gets
killed
quiet,
Jimothy.
and then you start following him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you clear out of this tunnel, it's probably another 5-6 minute walk of a tunnel that is very similar. Every now and then there's a drip, like water coming from the roof or the ceiling, I guess, which is mostly dirt and some rock and some roots that are growing down through. And then you open up into another room. As you walk into this room, you notice that it is a large round roof that has tiny holes like poked all through it. And as you're looking there, you can see like little shafts of moonlight coming in. So you can see this room before you get into it because there is moonlight in this room a little bit. And then as you get in, you can, like I said, you can kind of see like little moonbeams because it's very bright outside, for being in the middle of the night right now.
How's the fog situation here?
And as you get closer, you start to hear like chittering, and it sounds like chatter teeth, like teeth rubbing. You can kind of hear that. So as you walk into this chamber, and I'm assuming right behind him, right?
Yeah.
You
Every once in a while I peek over my shoulder to see if Jimothy's on the way back.
Yep. You don't see him. You don't hear anything coming just yet. But he's a good dog. He knows what he's doing.
Jimothy's gone.
Good dog with
Most
asterisk.
of the time. As you walk in, you see there is a large stone table that is off to the other side of the room on the other side. And you can see 3, for lack of a better word, skeletons sitting around this table. And
got any 3s?
They are mostly
Go fish.
completely decayed. They have like dried, flesh stuck to bone, but it's clearly just bone. One of them is just a full-on skull cap, no hair or anything like that. The other one has
Skull cap,
matted hair that is like just dirt, long decayed scalp, everything like that. They all seem to have like strings of fog all around their body, and they look like they're arguing.
So they are like in motion.
Yes.
Okay.
They're all sitting at this table, and they're talking to each other, very animated. But you can't hear any words coming out of their mouth. You can see fog coming out of their mouth. So when they would talk, all you see is just their teeth clapping against each other, and some of them more aggressively because it seems like they're having an argument. One of them has a knife in his hand that looks like it is actually got like the handle of a key coming out the other side.
Oh.
And one side is a blade. Another one doesn't
Keyblade.
have
I hate everything.
doesn't have anything. He's just got his arms out, and the other one has what looks like a sickle in his hand, like for like harvesting wheat or something like that.
Is there a key on that one?
No, that one's
Okay.
just a sickle.
All right.
But yeah, they're all completely covered in this fog that's kind of swirling around them, and as they talk, it comes out of their mouth and just kind of swirls around, but you can't hear any words.
When they speak and the fog extrudes from their mouth, does it like
It just
spiral around
mingles
and
with the
just
fog on their
mingles?
body.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also around the things that they're holding. So like the sickle seems to have like tendrils of fog around it.
Okay.
The key knife thing appears to be a solid.
Just call it a
object.
keyblade. That's what it is.
There's
Trademark.
also a box in the middle of a table, and the one without anything keeps pointing at it and like yelling at the other one and gesturing wildly.
Okay.
What are they saying,
do they
Paul?
notice us step in with, oh, you're right. Well, first, do they notice us step in? Because we have our light.
Yeah, so as soon as you step in and you clock all of this, one of them, the one that's sitting across the table from you, because there's basically kind of like where we are right now.
Okay.
And I'm the one with nothing in my hands.
Right.
And he stops and he
my
just
fingers.
goes like this, and he puts his arms out and like to motion to see like somebody else is here. And they both look over at you. They like all stop for a second and they look at you. And then they immediately start arguing with each other again.
Okay. I look over at you. Ask your friend what they're saying.
What are they saying, Paul? What do you mean you don't speak that language? Try. I got nothing.
He's got nothing?
He's got nothing.
Ah. Jimothy probably knows, but Jimothy's gone. Jimothy will be back soon. Let's just wait. I sit down.
So you also see to the right, so as you come in, you see another tunnel just like the one that you came.
I guess we're waiting on Jimothy.
But there is no, there's like no other torches or anything in this room. Like I said, like the light is just coming through. And it does seem to be getting warmer again. This seems more exposed to the outside,
Okay.
obviously with the light coming through.
You hear a in my tummy. I look down and I crack open some of the dog food and I start eating some of the dog food. I don't know how much longer I could wait here. Getting real hungry.
I'm gonna walk over to the table, put the shield down at the other end. Come on, Paul. Work your magic.
So as you put your shield on the table, the ones that are on the side, so the one that has the blade in it, he kind of like looks at the others, and the one with the sickle, he reaches over and he just takes that sickle and that hand and pushes you off the table.
How are negotiations going?
And then immediately goes back to just talking again and the chattering of teeth.
We're making some headway.
Just grab the key knife.
Why don't
It's
you?
probably important.
Why don't you just break the box?
That's a good point.
So
I wanna break
horrible.
the box.
It's a horrible
You're
idea.
gonna break the box.
Yeah.
Just
Okay. So you are still at the table side.
yeah.
Okay. And then what are you just gonna walk up and pull out your?
Pull out my
sword?
sword. Right
And-
Twix.
You're gonna attempt to what? Just stab it or come down on it?
I'm just gonna stab into it.
Okay.
Like you and stabbing.
It's proven effective.
You missed me.
So you're gonna
I
attempt to
I
stab
got it open.
That's fair.
Okay. So give me a strength test.
Okay. Those at home, this is a +1. That's a 15.
That's a 15.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk up and I'm gonna take. I guess you take it and you like kind of like stab like spear like full out like a charge, or do you just try
I
and
want
hit it or?
top down, just like I
Oh,
did
so
the
you
column.
like jump up on the table
and just
and then try and like
yeah.
slam it down. So you jump up on the table and they don't seem phased by that at all. They don't really care. The one guy with the sickle looks like he's about to just push you off of the table. And you bring the sword down and they kind of just watch. And as soon as the tip of the sword hits the top of the lockbox, that is when they now really notice you.
Have I gotten their attention?
You now have their attention. Your sword does not pierce the lockbox.
God.
It clinks
What's
off the
this
top
made
of
of?
it. It is a some sort of metal, but there is
aluminum or something.
there's a loud
Like a
clang
money.
and like a spark as your blade just kind of tings off the top of it. And then as soon as you make that hit, the skeleton with the sickle immediately whips it out and tries to hit you with it. And we're going to jump into initiative.
Oh shoot! I was about to make a dodge. Okay.
So there is no initiative here for the people that are listening to us. Basically, there is a D6 roll. On a 1 to 3, the enemies go. On a 4 to 6, the PCs go. So
That's us.
we're just going to go ahead and roll for this. So I have a
Four.
4. So that's the PCs. So you guys are going to go first. So you see the guy with the sickle spins it out and tries to basically sweep the leg with it. So he's going to try and knock you off the table, but you are going to get to go before him.
Would you like to go first, Mr. Jeremiah?
You,
Or would you
you
like me to
seem
go
like you
first?
got this in hand.
Okay.
I got faith in you.
I'm going to, at seeing that, cock my head to the side a little bit. Drool starts to come out again at like, not only am I craving flesh, but I'm craving a good fight. And I'm gonna take the sword and just sweep it up towards him and try to beat to him before he gets
Before
me
he
with the
gets to
sickle.
you.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to go to the one to your right with the sickle
Yep.
then. So that's going to be, this is your sword, right?
Yes.
So this is a DR12 strength check.
You are 12.
Now
You're-
remember, you have your omens.
Yes.
Don't forget your omens exist. You only
Mhm.
have those. You have 2, you have 3. Omens
I have
for
2.
those that
So you
don't
just got
follow
3.
Mörk Borg are things that allow you to do re-rolls or maximum damage. They're basically like a little bit of a currency to buy yourself out of a bad situation.
Yep. And since it's a one shot, these are one and dones for us.
Yes.
We are not going to get more.
Yeah.
So forgive me if I'm a little sparing. And these need to be called beforehand or at any point?
Well, no, if you're doing a
Oh, one's a
re-roll,
re-roll,
yeah, one's a re-roll.
Max damage.
No, that you can
you
use
hit
them
and then
whenever.
you-
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
All right. So I need a 12, you said, or 13?
So it's a DR 12.
You are 12. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Plus 1. It's an 11.
That's an 11.
So close.
All right, so you try and
Uh.
swing on him, but that fog, it's very confusing. So the fog almost you think you connected, but you didn't. You actually hit a tendril of fog that looked like bone to
Ooh.
you.
Okay.
So yeah, that fog is very visually confusing, and he's not quite where you thought he was standing, and your blade just flies through the mist.
Okay.
What will you do, Jeremiah?
I will run up to Mr. Keyblade
Oh, okay.
and smack him with my femur.
Okay. The DR 12 strength check from you as well.
At least you're strong.
For the glory of Nos! I'm not that strong. How's this a flat
Whoa.
17?
Okay.
That's a
So
dirty-
what is
nope,
your
natural
femur? A
17.
D4?
D4.
All right. So roll me a D4 as well.
4.
4. Okay. So you run up with a femur as your weapon of choice.
I found it.
So a large femur of unknown origin. Looks bigger than human though.
I think it's a horse?
And pretty sturdy. And you walk
Jeez.
up and you try and clock him on the head. What are you trying to do to him?
100% just bam.
Right across the head?
Looney Tunes him.
Yeah. So you do. So you walk up and you smack him, and his skull spins on the spinal cord.
Yes.
Round and around. Yeah. And it takes a second for him to grab both sides of his skull and right it. There's a lot of his skull missing. Pretty much all that's left right
Nice.
now is kind of like one eye socket and the lower jaw and a couple of a little bit of the top jaw. But the rest of it is pretty much gone at this point. You did some pretty decent damage there.
Protect me, Paul. Just bring Paul up.
So as a response to that, that guy is not feeling too great. So what he's going to do is he actually will not attempt to hit you with that keyblade. He instead pulls his other hand out, and as he does, that sickle that you saw the other guy have basically kind of condenses out of fog into his hand. So it like
Whoa.
materializes.
I made
And
a
he
mistake.
is now holding a sickle just like the one next
Okay.
to you. And he is going to basically swing that at you. So give me a DR 12 agility, please.
I make these. We're good.
Oh my gosh, you do make these.
That is a 16 plus 2, 18.
Nice. Okay. So basically, he swings this at you, but as it goes to contact you, it almost just turns back into fog and it passes through you. So it's almost like it loses its substance for a second and then just kind of phases through.
Interesting.
The other skeleton that is next to you, so the
Mhm.
one that you tried to hit, he does the same thing. So as soon as that fog kind of recondenses, he swings his sickle at you. So give me a DR 12 agility.
Plus 0. That's a 10.
That's a 10. All right.
Sucks to suck, my guy.
So roll me a D4.
Okay. Would love to. That's a 3.
That's a 3.
Yeah.
All right. So as this hits you, it kind of feels like the same thing. It's kind of starts to decorporealize as it comes towards you, but it doesn't as fast, and it deals you 1 damage.
Ah,
So it slices at your leg.
my leg.
His leg.
The other guy is on the other side of the table.
Mhm.
He tries to grab the lockbox, so he reaches forward and grabs it, and basically like kind of like football huddles it.
Okay.
and then we go to the next round.
All right.
Initiative.
Let's see who goes first.
That's a 5.
Hey.
The PCs go first again.
Yep. What are you doing, Jeremiah?
I got a femur. So good, I guess.
Do what you must.
I'm gonna smack him with my horse femur.
Okay, so same guy, you're smacking him again. That's a DR 12.
That's a 14.
That's a 14. Okay.
Plus 0.
That's good. Give me that D4 for the damage again.
All right.
It's such a roller coaster with the D4.
What you got?
I got a 1.
Okay. Didn't actually matter.
Oh, okay.
So,
Nice.
01 is good enough. You
Beats
hit
it.
him,
Eh.
and this time you just decimate the rest of the skull that was atop of the spinal cord. And as soon as you do, his entire body just crumbles down to the ground.
Nice.
Cool. Can I still move now?
Yeah, you have a little bit of movement. Not too much, but yeah, you got a little bit of movement you could take.
I'm gonna try to block the path of escape for Mr. Lockbox.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of block the doorway there.
Yeah.
Okay.
For audio listeners or video listeners who are just confused, the reason I laugh every time CJ rolls is because he's using rubber dice.
Oh, he's using rubber bouncy dice.
Yeah, they're the best. They're adorable. I hope it doesn't make the audio on the mic sound weird every time it bounces
Nah,
on the
it'll be
table,
fine.
but it's fine. But they're hilarious. Hi, Richard.
Aye.
I am going to. I'm gonna hit the guy that hit me.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I'm
hit
gonna
the guy that
try.
hits you. Okay. So that's a DR 12 strength.
So I went up, and now I'm gonna come down on him like I tried the lockbox.
Like you tried the lockbox.
All right.
All right.
That is a dirty 19.
A dirty
Hey.
19. Oh my. That definitely hits. What do you got for damage on here?
Damage is a D10.
Okay.
Yep. So let's get some of that in here. That's a 10, my friend.
That is
Oh,
a 10.
wow.
That is a
Okay.
natural 10.
So you come down on this guy's head, just like you did on the lockbox.
Mhm.
And
Well practiced at this point.
yeah, well practiced.
few
You're good at
practice swings
stabbing
in.
down.
I've got one move.
You're excellent at stabbing down.
Yeah.
And as you come down on that, it just completely decimates him. He explodes, shatters. There's clinking bones everywhere. The blade that he was holding just completely disappears. As he dies, like the other one too, I didn't mention this, but the fog dissipates completely.
Just
so
whoosh.
there's
Doesn't go to the
just
floor
no
or anything.
fog.
Just
Nope, it
fades?
just kind of like
Interesting.
fades away into nothing,
interesting.
and it is gone.
We're doing all this fighting. This lockbox is gonna kill us when we open it. That laugh makes me think so.
Okay, so I need one of you to roll me 2d6.
I'll roll a d6 if you roll a d6.
Oh, but he said one of us.
Oh, you can both. Yeah, both of you roll d6 each, and give me the total.
3.
3, yeah.
3?
Yep.
Okay. So that was moral for the last skeleton that remains. He sees this and like for a second it looks like he's going to just run, like
Mhm.
cut and run, but he like has like this just sudden burst of like confidence and maybe revenge that
Yeah.
he just murdered his friends.
They didn't seem like friends.
So he drops the lockbox, and each of you roll me a d20.
Oh, seeing who he's going after. That's a 11.
And that's spent for the night.
What'd you get?
Nat 20.
Oh, he's definitely coming after Jeremiah. He runs at you, and as he does,
Protect me, Paul.
He whips out his sickle that is made of fog, and actually he whips out 2 of them
Yeah.
as he's running, and he pulls out 2, and he charges towards you and attempts to slice you. So give me a DR 12 agility.
You got this. You make these.
So sad I burnt my
That's a 10.
that's a 10 plus 2.
That's a 10 plus 2,
That's
so
it.
meets it, beats it. So yeah, he
Must be nice to have
trips.
positive modifiers.
as he's running forward towards you, he dropped that lockbox in front of him
Oh, no.
in his rage and didn't really think of the implications of having to step over it. And he trips and fumbles. And as he does, swings wildly at the air and just cannot make a connection.
Oh, I was hoping he fell.
He's just a little guy.
I was
All
going
right.
to people's femur him.
One more round of combat. What do we got in
5.
it? A 5. You guys keep getting to go first. Let's go with that.
All right, Jeremiah.
So he didn't fall.
He didn't fall completely down. He just kind of stumbled on his way to you.
Disappointment. Okay, I'm just going to uppercut him with a horse femur.
Okay, so DR12 strength check.
That dice knows no bounds.
does not. That'll be a 10.
A 10 doesn't quite connect. So yeah, this time you swing wild, and he's just dodging left to right, left to right.
See, he's
Still
gonna
got a little bit of something in him.
he's gonna tell everybody he dodged. What was really happening? He was like, oh.
And then when he goes when he's up behind, I want to go up behind him and stab through the back while he's dodging his attacks.
Okay.
Oh,
Give me
God,
that
you're gonna
DR12.
stab me. Don't roll a 1, please.
That is a 16.
Okay, that is definitely a hit. Give me that D10.
D10. Woo. That is only a 7.
That is a 7.
Yep.
Okay, so this gentleman has 7 hit points left.
Yay!
He was the healthiest of them all with 7 hit points. So yeah, he thinks he's doing well. He's dodging. He's feeling really good about himself. He's gonna get his revenge.
Yeah.
From you killing his brothers. And as he finally sees it, oh yeah, I got him now. You can't hear any of this, but
Right.
the mist comes out of his mouth, and you just completely shatter him. Destroyed. Fog dissipates again. The room falls silent. There's just 3 piles of bone. One of them has a lockbox in between it. One of these piles of bones does have a weapon that didn't dissipate.
Would it be the Keyblade?
Which is an elaborate key-like dagger. So it is a dagger, and then off the back of the handle is essentially a key.
We know what this is.
Mhm.
It's a blade with a key attached to it.
A Keyblade, some would
No,
say.
it's a blade with a key attached to it.
Does it open Kingdom Hearts?
It opens all kinds of stuff.
Does it open the heart of men?
I guess we're gonna pick. Well, I guess I'm gonna pick up the blade.
You pick up the blade? Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
All right.
Turn to bones.
No.
All right. Hey, help me stab this box with that blade.
I'm just gonna put the key inside the keyhole.
So as you get close, the lockbox itself isn't that big. It's, I don't know, roughly about like a foot and a half.
Big box.
But it's not like super large. The lock itself looks smaller than the key on the edge of the blade.
Force it in.
But as you try to force it in, so you'll move it over towards it, and you think you're going to have to force it in. But as you get closer, it just seems like it's going to fit.
Didn't even have to spit on it.
And you can't really wrap your head around that. It just seems like it's obviously made for this lock, and it's going to fit, even though it looked like it was too big and the lock was too small. But it fits perfectly.
So he does it.
Absolutely perfectly.
Cool.
You got it in so easy.
And you turn the key, and you roll me a d4.
You're a master box stabber.
God, this is where I die.
That was
That's great.
wild.
It's a 3, sir.
It's a 3. Okay.
I mean, technically, it's cocked.
It's fine.
Is it cocked?
It's
Does
technically.
he need to re-roll it? I
No.
can't see it.
Yeah,
You
okay.
tell me
So-
if he needs to
So
re-roll
he
it.
bounced it. It almost went off the table. Instead, landed on the base of the microphone stand. So it's technically sideways, but it is flat.
Okay. As long as
It's a
flat.
3.
You open this up, and as soon as you open this up, the room is just full of sunlight.
I got sunshine in my
bright
box.
in here, like dazzlingly bright light,
All from the box.
all from the box.
Pandora's box.
My cataracts.
Gosh.
I'm gonna tilt the box so it's like pointed like my high beams.
So you can see like everything.
Does it actually hurt us to
If you try and look at it, yes,
Okay.
it is dazzlingly bright
I
light.
avert.
Hey, Bitey.
Yeah,
Do I see
it's just,
Timothy?
it's just sunlight. No,
Turn it and point it down the new tunnel.
it like lights up pretty brightly down that tunnel.
Does the fog dissipate or anything like that? or just
Sunshine in
bright?
my
Okay.
pocket.
No.
Okay, I guess I don't need the lantern.
Oh, I've dropped the torch. I got it.
I extinguish the lantern and I grab his torch.
He's rolling.
Okay.
That scares me.
So what are you doing? So you have the
Going-
tunnel that you came from. There is another tunnel off to the side. And that's the tunnel that you're looking at.
Yep, that's the one we're going
That's where
down.
We're going with our
Okay.
new flashlight.
I got my high beams on.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna stow the dagger too, just in case.
Okay. So you stow the dagger and you start to walk.
Sunshine in my pocket.
This walk is about, I don't know, 7 minutes or so of down this
That's
tunnel.
not bad.
It's very, very bright in this tunnel. But after about 4 minutes, it starts to get dim.
My box.
Yeah, the light is starting to fade. And you close the box, and then it's fine. It's now dark, pitch black.
I have the torch still.
Oh, you have the torch out. I thought you put it
I
away.
extinguished my thing, but I picked up his torch.
Oh, you picked up the torch. Okay.
So I just have the torch.
So now you're just in torchlight.
Crack it to see if it's bright again.
It's like it's dimmer than when you closed it, but
Oh.
it's still bright. But it's dimmer now.
We're gonna
Significantly
close
dimmer.
that.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it unlocked.
Is your box breaking?
I need to find a recharge station.
I don't even know what that means.
Religious mumbo jumbo.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Paul,
All
I
right.
know none of them are in service near here, but we have to find one.
Jimothy, he's Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess I'll lead the way then. And I walk forward with my torch.
Mark forward with the torch. As you start to get closer, you see as you kind of go around the bend, you see another opening, and the closer you get, the more sour the air smells, and it kind of like burns your lungs as you breathe it in. It's
It's gross, man.
Smell of corpses.
it's not good.
Or
Like,
lemons.
it's very very unpleasant. And then you kind of start to see like a glow from around the corner. And as you pass into this new room, the smell just kind of like hits you. It smells very bad in here. Like it smells like rotting vomit in this room. The chamber itself is like another kind of tomb, like the one you were in before. But this one has more ornate walls, and the stone was like a nice flagstone floor. But covered everywhere all over this floor are these like pools of like green and yellow like putrid gall. It's just like somebody has been vomiting everywhere in here. And the acid is wearing away at the stones of the floor. Across from you, you see like a marble coffin on a raised dais, and this is where it's coming from. Like you can occasionally see the lid to the coffin kind of like pop and
Jump
jump up,
bubbling underneath it.
and as it does, this putrid liquid is coming out and leaking down the sides and onto the
Bubbling
floor
might
and
be
splashing onto the walls, just gently bubbling from underneath this lid. Breathing in here is painful. Like it hurts your lungs. It's acidic, and it makes you want to vomit.
Occasionally, you put us through scenarios in games you run, Richard, where I actually don't know what to do, and this is one of those moments.
Now,
Tyler, at this moment would be like, "I'm done. This is it. I've gone as far as I can.
There
Turning around and
is-
leaving.
Please take my equipment if you wish, and goodbye."
there's stone doors that you can see off to the let's see here, you're coming in from the west, so to the north side of the room there are a set of staircases and some stone doors that looks like the door is a little bit higher than the rest of the room, and that's the only other door that you see in here. And the wall that's behind you, this tunnel was not made to connect to this room. Like this room was supposed to be like a standalone room with no other entrance or exit. This looks like it was fabricated in. Like the wall is basically like collapsed and dug into. It's pretty gross in here though, and it's difficult to breathe.
Looks like there's soup in that one.
Yeah. I know bad soup when I see bad soup, though. You're not gonna get this over on me. I'm too smart for you. I mean, but
Never
I
had,
could be wrong.
ne-
No. No.
Never had spicy?
Doesn't do good with my complexion.
I'm gonna walk over to the soup coffin.
You're gonna walk over to the soup coffin.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you get closer, the breathing gets harder, and it like
die horribly.
it starts to like bubble, and like you can see it's been splashed on the walls. And I want you to roll me a d20.
Oh,
This is how much damage you take.
oh, cool.
Oh my gosh, I hope that's good.
That's a what? An 18.
As an 18. All right, roll me a d4.
This is damage. This could potentially kill me.
Oh, don't worry, your wooden shield
2.
might help.
A 2? Okay. So when you get close to it, it pops up, and like some of this stuff splashes out onto the floor, and some of it splashes onto you.
Oh my
Ah!
gosh.
And it is deeply acidic, and you take 1 damage. Like it sizzles and burns on your skin.
Cool. I'm at 4 now.
Okay. You gonna get closer?
How's his shield?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You trying to open it?
Go on, Paul. Do the thing.
Oh, you're trying to flip the lid open. Okay. So I need you to roll me another d20.
Like, I'm glad it's not just me, but I'm also terrified that it's not just me.
That was so close. That's a 2.
A 2. Okay. So you actually don't. There's no splashback this time.
Oh.
So you put Paul underneath there, and like try and like pry the lid off, right?
Yeah.
So you pop it over, and it's a pretty hefty lid, but the fact that it's slick with vomit is actually helping you out here.
Oh, cool.
So it just slides off. What you see now is basically it looks like a boiling pot. And floating in here appears to be a set of bones, like a skeleton that's in there. And it is clutching something in its hands. It looks like a golden horn.
I'll try to fish it out with my femur.
With your femur? Okay.
Oh yeah, it's not dissolving bone.
Okay. So roll me a d20. Give me an agility check.
Ooh.
He wins these.
No, I don't.
No,
That'd be a 6.
That's a 6.
the cable had
All
other
right.
plans.
Yeah.
So
There goes my
you,
femur.
you dig around in here with the femur. You're trying to, what are you trying to do exactly?
Fish the horn out.
You're trying to fish the horn out?
Yeah, why not?
Like trying to like knock it out, or like
bring it over to
bring
the
it
edge
over
and
to
then like
the edge?
lift it.
All right, roll me a d4.
That'd be a 2.
That's a 2. Okay, so you get over there and you grab this horn with your femur. The vomit does not appear to be doing anything to the bone.
Okay.
Like the bone seems like it's perfectly fine. It's not sticking to the bone or anything like
Oh,
that.
cool.
And just like the bones that are in there, it's just kind of like flopping around.
You got the right tool for the job.
Yeah, really do. And then you pop the horn out. And wait, I'm assuming you try and catch it or something?
I mean, I'm probably.
Yeah. So you pop the horn out and you catch it. And you're holding it. And it seems like very well made, ornate. And you can just read the word moss on the side of it. M-A-U-S.
Okay.
And as you're reading that, you can smell your flesh burning
Oh, great.
on your hands, because it is still covered in that ichor and that gall, and it is burning you. And you're going to take 2 points of damage.
2?
Sweet.
Oh goodness.
We're at 2 health, everybody.
I hope this horn's worth it.
But
It's the horn of healing.
you have a horn now.
Woo.
Is it still covered, or did he?
It's basically, it's kind of like sizzling off and dripping off and like,
Some of my skin slopping with
yeah,
it.
basically it takes some skin with it.
Pretty soon it'll all be bone, and you can hold it all you want.
How clean's the mouthpiece now?
Huh?
How clean's the mouthpiece now?
It's relatively clean. Do you want to give me a,
We're gonna fur coat that real quick.
How's it going over there?
I got a horn.
Oh, that's better than I expected.
I'm gonna blow it.
Okay, sure.
It's a fancy horn.
so
It's gotta do something.
remember that you have the ability to rest too. But this is probably not the place to do it because it does not.
There's just
seem
noxious
great
fumes
in
and
here.
acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Didn't
do
even
have
occur
the
to me.
ability to. You do have the ability to rest. But yeah, you're just kind of in here now.
He looked at me when he said that, but he was talking to CJ.
Oh, I know. We're gonna blow this horn.
You're gonna blow it right now.
Is the bubbly bloop still bubbling?
Yes.
Right next to him?
Yes,
Maybe not here.
100%.
Maybe we move
Still bubbly.
that way.
I'll walk 10 feet over and start bringing the horn up.
Maybe it's the horn of the bubbling stops bubbling. What am I gonna do at this point?
Do you
I'm
have
gonna
a
try
better
to
idea?
Make my way across the acid-filled room to the door,
To the
stairwell
door?
door thing at the other side.
Okay.
The stone
Yeah.
doors.
The last one was a box of sunlight. This is gonna be good too.
Oh, you have both magic items at this point. It can only get better.
Yeah.
So you're at the door. You're walking. Are
Well, I
you
guess I'm walking towards the door, but yeah.
okay? You're still in the room, right?
I'm doing this. I don't
So
care
is
what you
it
ask.
door and then also stairs?
There's
or is
stairs
it-
and then there's a door. Stone doors.
Oh, and the stairs go to the door?
Yeah, stairs go to the
Oh,
door.
okay.
Yeah.
I open up the door.
Okay.
I try to open the door.
So the door does give way.
Okay.
You blow the horn.
Yeah. Why
Okay,
not?
so you can still hear the horn
Mm-hmm.
because you're still in the room. So I need you to both roll me a d20.
I hate you.
Let's be honest. Any other character
Hey,
you have would have done this.
You.
Don't you blame me like you wouldn't have done this.
I got a natural 20, Richard.
That's really good.
I got
Is
a
it?
9.
Or is it bad?
You got a 9.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is
Because I never know if I'm
a-
rolling damage or for me.
This
Yeah, I
is a
noticed-
toughness test.
Oh, cool. I got an 8.
That's a +0. Still a 20.
Still a 20. All right, you roll me a d6.
And like that, I'm gone.
Maybe it's how many magic items you get.
Ooh. No. 2.
Okay, you start vomiting profusely.
Is it acid?
It is, yes.
Burn
It-
it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You start vomiting acid like profusely. And you feel it coming on, but you're able to like compose yourself and like
Close
hold
the
it
door
back.
behind me.
Yeah, and you can kind of like hold it back.
Let me in.
And then you take 2 damage.
Cool. I'm at,
That's what you rolled on the d6, right?
yeah.
Okay. So
That
yeah,
puts me at 0.
you start vomiting profusely and then drop to the floor. Now, that puts you at 0 exactly, right?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a d4.
That'd be another 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
A 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
My rolls are so
So-
high. I was so confident.
Describe to me what you looked like when you were blowing this horn. Were you holding Paul were you left-handed, right-handed?
You're gonna hurt Paul?
No, he wants you to paint him a word picture, CJ.
Paint me a word picture.
Paul and his wonderful shield home in my left arm. Head back.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you hear this, you immediately start to dry heave. Yeah. But you're tough enough to hold it back.
You hear wet heaving.
You kick back and you blow this horn, and the sound that comes out of it isn't like a horn sound. It's like a gurgling vomit sound is what you hear.
Oh.
It sounds horrible. Yeah, and you drop
Sorry,
it
audio people.
and you start just profusely vomiting acid. And all of that acid you vomit onto your arm. Like you're just throwing up on the arm that's holding the horn. Like all down that arm.
I was about to ask why you were looking at him.
No, not on him.
No, like I'm in the splash zone.
On your
I was like,
own
what-
arm,
what did
CJ.
I do? Okay,
You were
cool.
out of the splash zone.
Thank
And
goodness.
you were at the door. And you look back in like horror and you see this like unfold. And you basically see him falling down to the ground, vomiting all over his right arm.
His arm just fall off.
And his arm is just bone by the time he is finished throwing up.
You're acid proof.
And it's gone. Like his arm, your right arm is just completely gone.
That doesn't fit. Oh, the whole arm?
Yeah, your whole arm is gone.
But is he dead to death?
But
Dead enough.
roll me a d4.
Oh,
Again?
I guess this is if I die. That'd be a 3.
He hits the ground, the sizzling mass on his arm, and immediately inhales and starts coughing at 3 hit points.
Hey. It's actually really good for you. 3 hit points? Basically a second life.
Yeah.
And you cannot act for 4 rounds, but that doesn't matter because we're not in combat right now.
Ooh,
These were
that
all
would've been tough.
actual rolls on the broken table for drawing down to 0. You rolled the one thing that doesn't, like, basically, if you rolled a 4, you would have been dead completely. You managed to actually roll one of the best things that you can roll, which is losing a limb of some sort,
Hey.
and then popping back up with 1d4 hit points. One of the best rolls that you can get on the broken table.
Nice.
You managed to hit it.
I don't see a downside here.
Definitely scripted.
You don't have an arm.
What?
That's definitely a downside.
Hang on. That just means I'm lighter, so now I'm faster.
Well, now you can't hold your Skelly friend and the horn. It's one or the other.
So the horn is still down there,
You can do it again?
clutched in a skeletal hand.
Oh, it is still his hand.
Just gonna pick it up and.
You can't pick it up with that hand.
Oh,
I was gonna say, you putting down the shield?
I'm gonna put Paul's shield in my mouth real quick and pick it up with my other hand and just like try to shimmy it onto a belt.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow it again. Better result the second time.
What are the odds it does that again?
Gotta be low, right?
The corrupted horn of roses.
After the horn has
Rose
stopped,
is my
and
yeah.
I hear a thumping and then a little more like shimming. I like open the door back up a bit and check on him. Are you dead for real this time? Are you back again? Is that Scully?
His name is Paul.
Oh. Damn.
You can hear him too?
I thought I could, but I guess it was just you.
One day, Paul. Yeah, I know he's weird. He should be able. Yeah.
Is he talking now?
Yes.
No. Ah, nothing. Guess it's me. Come on. What you waiting for?
I got
you
you a
look
present.
slimmer.
Feel lighter.
You look it.
I got you a present.
Oh, thanks.
Just shimmy you over. Sure there.
That thing?
Yeah.
I don't want that. What are you doing with that, though? And I point at your bony arm. You using that?
Oh, is the bony arm still attached to me?
Oh no, that's
Oh.
gone.
Okay,
Basically, it's
You have it with him?
yeah. He's
Oh, no, it's back
not
there.
It's on the ground?
Yeah.
But he's got like a burned husk.
Do you want my
Yeah.
arm? Go get my arm.
I go grab his arm.
You have a skeletal arm.
And my inventory, real quick. How much damage does that do?
1d4. It's a femur.
Oh. Is it?
We're gonna call it the same as a femur.
Oh, okay.
All right, 1d4.
Real quick question, and you'll probably have to cut this part. Bathroom break.
Ah, you monster. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Go. As we return, our newly one-armed friend and our bitey friend are exiting Moss's tomb,
I'm the bitey one.
the bitey one.
I'm the
Or-
reason we can park in the handicap spots now.
More accurately, Moss's Vomitorium was the name of that last room.
Oh,
Yeah.
the vomitorium.
Vomitorium,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, so you step outside, and there is basically just fog everywhere you look.
Outside.
Outside.
We made it.
Oh,
You're outside again.
You win.
Yeah. You see graves around you. But generally speaking, you can see the castle in the distance, but that's the only like thing that you can make out.
Are we closer?
It seems like you're the same distance.
Are we out of the pit?
Yes, you're not in the pit. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
okay.
just at a gravesite right now.
Hey, I'm feeling kind of hurt. You think we should take a rest?
I feel fine now.
You
I
don't
feel like
look
I-
so good.
Man, if just like one of those, like when you spend a long night of drinking and you puke, and then you feel better.
Oh, that's what the horn was for?
Yeah,
Weird. So it was a horn of healing.
yeah.
Okay. Do I see Jimothy?
No.
I shake his food can.
You shake his food can. You can hear it echoing, but you don't see him.
I leave a little piece out on the ground. So no rest?
We can take a nap. They're just gonna fall over.
Oh. I think about eating his flesh.
Watch
Not-
him, Paul.
Not rubbery or waxy like the other guy. So if you want to take a
Point
quick
ball,
rest,
you-
you
Sure.
can each heal D4.
D4.
Yeah.
On it.
I mean,
That is a 3. So I go back to my max of
Yep.
10.
that's a 3.
Okay.
So I go back to 5.
Okay.
Hey.
So
right.
feeling refreshed and ready to walk again. What do you want to do? Do you want to go back in the tomb?
I've eaten some
Or are
kibble.
you going to walk into the mist?
Well, the way I see it, we got 2 options. We either go the way Jimothy went. Oh, by the way, I sent Jimothy through that little tunnel thing. Or we go into the mist.
I think I'll take my option, my chances with the mist.
Well, what's Paul think?
Paul thinks you're an idiot.
That doesn't tell me anything. Also, geez, Paul. Kind of rude.
He says you murdered that dog.
I'm gonna murder that skull.
It's a whole person.
Hold on. I may not be a smart man. But that's not a whole person.
Yeah, it is. It's Paul.
Yeah, Paul's skull, maybe. Who won't talk to me.
Maybe Paul doesn't like you.
Paul's also not a whole person. I can accept one if you can accept the other.
It's a whole person. He's always been like this.
Always.
Always.
Can Paul get around on his own?
Yeah, watch. Just set Paul down. Shield
Go.
falls over.
Go, Paul.
See? He moved.
Run. Dance, Paul.
Run, Paul, run.
Paul says you're not the boss of him.
I kick Paul.
Hey! That's rude.
Fair enough.
Pick Paul back up.
All right.
So you're going to walk into the mist?
I guess.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
just missed. Whatever. What's the
Alright,
worst that could
let's-
happen?
Somebody roll
There's
me a D4.
Big inviting home.
I'll do it. CJ loves rolling D4s. So I'm going to take that away from him.
Aw. That one bounces the best. Hey!
Roll it again.
That's a 2.
That's a 2. One more time.
That's a 1.
All right. So you walk, and you walk, and you walk. And then off into the distance, you start to see the outline of a tree. Roll me a D10.
I've been assaulted.
Yeah.
That would be a 3.
A 3. So you start to see this outline of a tree coming into view.
No kind of tree.
It's a pine tree.
Massive dead limbs everywhere. And
Okay.
then as you're walking, you see a dog digging.
Oh, what kind of dog?
It kind of looks like Like your dog.
Is it an ancient gorehound? Jimothy! Jimothy!
When you whistle, ears perk up and you see the silhouette like look at you, and kind of like cock its head.
Oh, there you are. Should have went that way. It's way faster. Found Jimothy.
Yeah, but did you get a sunlight box or a puke horn?
You know what? Jimothy looks better than that. Come on, let's go give her a nice hug.
So as you start to walk
Her?
forward, you can see it starting to come into view a little bit more. Like the silhouette is still there, and it's kind of like in the ground a little bit. It was digging a hole.
I've never actually checked.
And then as you get closer, you start to notice that it's not exactly the same as Jimothy. It is a hound,
Mm-hmm.
but this one looks more dead than
Oh.
Jimothy.
Okay. I mean, I've been there, so no judgment.
One of its
Yeah.
legs is completely degloved,
Okay.
just skeletal. Its back is like rotting flesh. You can smell it now, and it's definitely not Jimothy.
Oh.
Is it eating
Hey.
Jimothy?
Dog, have you seen a dog that looks a lot like you, but more flesh?
And at that, it charges you.
Ah!
And we see who gets to go first.
That'd
You
be a
do.
1.
Oh, that's a 1. That means I get to go first.
This tracks.
All right. So
Fine.
my undead mutt charges forward towards you and jumps and leaps like it's just going to rip out your throat. So roll me a d12 agility.
And this is to Jeremiah?
This is defense.
Don't you start with me.
for you,
You know whose this is for.
sir.
Is it agility? Plus
Yeah.
0. That with our modifiers, that is a 10.
That's a 10. Okay, roll me a d6.
Oh no.
That's a lot.
It's a 5.
That's a 5.
Yeah.
You're not wearing armor, right?
No.
So you take 5 damage as this mutt grapples onto your throat. Like dead on your throat. Your
Yeah.
turn.
You want to go first, or should I go first?
I'll go first,
Okay,
I guess.
thanks.
I'm gonna drop Paul, grab my femur.
Oh yeah, he's only one at a
I
time.
can't hit him with
Do
Paul.
you have
apparently.
magic? You're a holy man.
Yeah, I do have magic, but I mean, it's nothing great. No,
Okay.
nothing that's gonna help Peter.
Okay, fair enough.
Wait.
Then be the rolls in Mörk Borg.
I have something funny I can do.
Great.
The horn.
Blah.
I wasn't thinking about the horn, but now that you put it in my head, I kind of want to blow the horn.
You're gonna kill me. You're trying to bring me down with you.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna. You know what? I am gonna try some magic though.
Okay.
We're gonna do Eyes of Holy Fire.
Oh, you're gonna do the eyes of holy fire.
Yep.
All right.
So once per combat.
Yep.
DR10,
Okay.
D6, and I'm blind for the rest of combat.
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
So that is a DR10, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll me it's presence. So give me a DR10 presence roll.
That'd be a 4.
That's a 4?
Yeah.
Modified 4.
You know what? I am gonna burn one of my omens for a reroll.
Oh.
Oh, okay. You're gonna
Yeah.
do a reroll. Okay.
Otherwise,
Do it
my
to it.
meat shield will die. That's a
much
lot better. All right, now it's an 18.
Okay, so give me a D6.
4.
4. Okay. So you basically your eyes go wide, yeah?
Yeah.
And what kind of what's your holy fire look like as it comes out of your eyes?
I'm assuming just straight up laser beam. Just Superman. Just
Straight up laser beam.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going full on Superman / Homelander,
Oh my gosh.
burning straight through. But now you are blind for the duration of the rest of this fight, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wait, I dropped Paul. Paul.
Yeah. Paul.
What? Oh, I don't have both arms. Paul.
So yeah, this slams into the side of the mutt, and he just like yarp off the side of you onto the ground, and like kind of just like is completely shaken. Like this was a significant hit, and he looks bad. Like more flesh is missing from him now, and he kind of like just shakes it off and is kind of sizzling and burning. And it's your turn.
I can't wait for you to miss and this dog murder me.
Sure bites like Timothy. I know for sure this isn't her.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
This is not Jimothy.
Did I get it? Is it dead?
I'm gonna run in and I'm gonna bite her back.
Okay. Bite her back.
All right. It's DR10.
So this has a different DR because it's a bite attack. So you're a DR10, right?
It's DR10. Both.
Yeah.
DR10. Is that plus strength or anything, or is that just 10?
I think it's just a flat. Let me get over to this page and I will tell you.
For me teeth.
Come on, agility. Come on, agility.
DR10 attack.
Oh?
All right.
Yeah.
That is a natural 16.
Okay, so this does D6 damage.
All right. That is a 3.
That is a 3. So you grab and just rip at this thing's throat.
I'm gonna try to bite her throat.
Trying to bite the
Bite
throat.
his throat. Yeah.
Yeah, and this you do some significant damage at this point. Like its neck is barely hanging on. You're just shaking it, and shaking it.
What's that noise?
You did 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's barely hanging on.
You can actually see blood as I'm biting into it.
I can't
spitting
see
out-
anything.
You can't see it. The dog can see its own blood spurting out of the side of my mouth.
So it is going to it's gonna try and cut away from you and attack him.
Is it now?
Yes.
Don't we do initiative again?
Yeah, we do have to do initiative again.
It's you.
Yeah.
Okay, it's me.
Yeah, that's a 1.
So you shake it, it falls to the ground, it assesses the two of you, and you did some decent damage to it, but it sees him as weak
Also blind.
I mean, one-armed, blind.
because you're kind of fumbling around on the ground looking for your glasses.
and his shield.
Paul! Paul, where are you?
So it's going to charge at you and attempt to bite you. So roll me a DR12 defense. This is an agility roll.
Does he not add
That-
the
that
shield
was-
to this too?
I don't have Paul. I dropped Paul,
No,
remember?
He dropped Paul to pull out his,
On
That he
top
didn't
of,
even use.
is it really an agility check if I'm blinded?
It's still an
Yeah, what
agility
does
check.
that do?
It's
Yeah.
still agility check. Basically, he's not going to be able to see to attack or cast anything.
Really?
That would
That's a
be
good
a
bonus.
12.
That's a 12. That's good. That's really,
very
really
good.
good. Yeah, okay. So the dog, it tries to grab you, but it just can't make purchase. It's trying to snap at you, but you're just kind of rolling around on the ground, and it's like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," like trying to snap at you.
Oh,
But
Paul,
just
where
can't
are
get you.
Paul, help!
And it's your turn. Well,
All right.
yours. Whoever wants to go.
You want to go first? You want to go first?
Can I headbutt the
I don't know.
dog? How does
Yeah.
that work? I'm gonna headbutt the dog.
So yeah, I'll give you that. Give me a melee strength check. So DR12.
Oh, solid +0 in that.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's
Nah,
pretty bad.
that's horrible.
That was what, natural 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. You looking at me because it's my turn now?
Yeah, 'cause
Not
it's your
even
turn.
no flavor text to that.
He
Just,
does not connect.
does
Yeah, they're
not
just
do it.
rolling around on the ground. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to jump on this dog's back and chew through from the other side.
Oh, so you're gonna bite again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Other side of the neck.
Bite for bite.
Go at it. Bite for bite.
We really are murder hobos.
That's a natural 3. So with my modifier, that is a 4. I'm going to spend an omen to redo that though.
Okay.
In an attempt at, oh yeah, because that would actually be really, no, it wouldn't be as bad as I was thinking. Let's see. That is a 13.
Okay. So you definitely connect on this one.
D6?
D6 again. Yeah.
God, do a 1.
That's a 3.
That's
Okay.
a 3. So that is enough. You crunch down on this dog's neck.
Yep.
And sever the head from the body.
Oh, I did enough through the back that I just
Yep, through the
completely
back
removed.
that you completely removed it, and it snaps and just drops limp onto you, Jeremiah.
What was that? Why is it wet and warm? Smells
then-
bad.
Your eyes gradually start to come back into focus, and you can see again.
Dog head right in front of you.
Yeah.
No.
There's some of my flesh in its mouth.
So you found a dog, which is not the one you were looking for.
This ain't the one I'm looking for.
Hey, Bitey, I know you're into people flesh, but how about dog flesh?
How's dog flesh taste? Oh, it's the one's dead. I only
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I
it's
only like
definitely
live
dead.
flesh.
Oh.
Do I
I mean, it was undead.
I check its insides. Do I notice any, like, does it look like it consumed my dog or anything like that recently?
No, there's like, it's just
Okay.
rotten and vile. You don't even know if it
Blah.
could eat. Yeah.
Gross.
And as you stand up and you look, you realize that you're closer to that tree than you thought.
Oh,
And you are standing underneath a massive dead tree. And that's when the smell hits you. The smell of death wasn't just coming from the dog, it was coming from the tree. Because hanging from this tree are just dozens of bodies, just swaying
Hanging
very
tree.
gently in the breeze. Just everywhere. And then there's also some ropes that are just there as nooses ready for a new body.
I think this tree fruits bodies. They're dropping off. Is this how babies are made?
It's definitely a dead tree. Hasn't been alive for a very long time.
It's weird that you specify. You're gonna get close to this tree and a noose is gonna come down and grab.
There is a set of evenly spaced, roughly nailed in chunks of wood that could be a makeshift ladder.
It's a little tree house.
It's going to be a little tough for Jeremiah.
It would be tough if I wasn't gonna carry Paul.
And at the top of them is a small door, like a wooden door with a little platform in front of it.
Could you use a hand? And I put out the skeletal arm and hand I have.
I'm just gonna walk to the ladder. Just walk completely by you.
I've been
Now-
waiting all day for that joke.
I refuse to play your game.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to try and go up it, or are you going to go back into the mist? Where are you
I want to
going?
try to assist him if possible.
I'm gonna toss Paul up onto the platform.
Okay. So
What's
you
it
can...
look like up there, Paul?
There's silence.
A tree?
What's it
I know.
say?
I know it's a tree. I know there's a door. Okay, I'm coming. Just very slowly make my way up.
You can do it. I believe in you.
So you said you were helping him a little bit.
If he
Yeah.
wishes, or if he will allow me to.
So it's
yes.
not super tall, but it is very difficult to do with one hand, but it is kind of at an angle, so it is
Oh,
possible.
we're good. We're good. I got this.
So you get
I'm
up
gonna
there
kick your hand away as you're trying to help me. I got this. Get stuck.
and you open the little door and you look inside, and all you see is a rope that goes down into the darkness, into the tree, underground.
I'm getting major puke horn vibes here.
And the rope is just right there.
I have one arm, sir. I don't know what you expect me to
You,
do.
you don't have to go in the tree if you don't want to. That's up to you.
Have you like stopped like peering in?
No, I'm still peering in. Am I about to get pushed in here?
I climb
Are you
up,
about to chuckles me?
and I
You
try to
are.
push past to try to see in.
I mean,
also.
you can see in. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
a deep hole with a rope. You're kind of like on the platform now, looking in, and it's dark down there.
We can't go
Hello.
back.
What?
There's
What?
only one way.
Is the floor lava now? No.
Push.
Down.
You push him in? Yeah. Okay. You're gonna grab the rope?
I grab the rope.
So it's not that deep.
Okay.
He's already on the ground.
You grab the rope. You
Wait.
notice that as soon as he grabs this rope, because you're still on the platform
Yeah.
on the outside, you push him in. He kind of tumbles, bounces off the wall a little bit. You grab the rope and hit it. As soon as his weight gets onto that rope, you notice all of the bodies in the tree start to like dance because they're all being
That's
brought
like a
up
marionette.
on the rope, like marionettes dangling off the tree.
Oh my gosh, this is
they
like a
all
church
start
bell.
Yeah.
bouncing from the weight of being pulled on. And actually, you notice when you grab the rope that it's not as jarring of a stop as you thought it was going to be,
Oh, cool.
because it kind of has give to it, because you're feeling resistance on
Okay.
the rope as you slide down. And then you come to rest on a dirt floor.
Where's Paul? Paul?
Oh. Hold on. I push Paul.
The shield falls down next to
Tunk,
you.
tunk, 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 tunk.
Is it safe?
So you look around.
Is it safe?
It smells
I drop the torch.
wet, like it's about to rain, like petrichor.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Ugh.
the walls down here are all just wet. And if you take a moment and listen, you can hear water, loud water,
Like a stream or
like crashing water.
Does the torch fall in
like a
water?
river? Okay.
Oh, you dropped the torch down there? So he dropped the torch down. Yeah, when you get it, you kind of look around and you don't see the water, but you can definitely hear the water now that you're focusing more on it. And everything just kind of is like wet. And everything down here is made of stone. And there does appear to be like little causeways underneath your feet, like you're in a sewer system, perhaps.
Oh.
In the tree?
I will pop open the box real quick.
It's definitely very bright down here. Still, you don't really gain any additional wisdom.
Oh, it's already bright. Okay.
Because your torch, it was
Okay,
bright
okay.
enough down here. But you notice the light is very dim now.
I'm gonna lock it.
Okay.
Is there any way back up?
The rope.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
So it ends like this, huh, Mighty? I can't believe you chuckles me.
I'm going to I'm gonna get on the rope and I'm gonna go down too.
Slide down.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long is this rope? How far? Like from me to the torch?
Oh,
Now
it's
should I, like,
it's
a
not
bearing?
far. It's like it's basically the length of the tree twice over.
Okay.
From where the door was, so you're looking at like maybe 20 feet or so.
Oh, okay.
It's not that deep.
20 feet. All right.
You're just underground right now. So as you get in here, you can notice that the path
Is
goes.
the rope attached to the bottom, or is it just loose on the
It's
bottom?
just loose in the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. You notice that you can kind of follow the tunnel down. There's really only one way to go right now, and that's straight on. There's like a cold like wall basically right behind you, and there's one way to go.
What do you think keeps the rope from just like zoom all the way up if all those bodies are on the other end of it?
Magic?
Oh. You know, magic people are so weird.
Yeah.
You could make this place smell better or something, but instead you're making ropes that pull one way but not the other. And your eyes catch on fire and blind yourself or something. That was weird. Why'd you do that?
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
I mean, it was sort of effective for like a moment. Then you're on the ground.
And you still have a throat.
I guess. Huh. Let's go down this way.
Okay. So you start to walk down
Sprint.
the pathway.
Where are you
Start
going?
to
Wait,
sprint
what?
down the
Sprint
pathway.
down.
I'm watching him go.
Gonna
I'm
find
gonna
my
hold
dog.
the torch, just watch him take
Are
off
you
into
going
the
off into the
dark.
darkness?
I take my lantern out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So as you get down, you come to a basically a pathway where you can go to the left or you can go to the right. When you start to go to the right, you notice that it has been completely broken away, and you just see like rushing black water, and it's fast, and you can't tell how deep it is,
Smell worse?
but you can hear it now. Like it's very, very loud, and it goes like under. So like when you're looking at it, it's not like you can see a tunnel that you'd be able to like put a boat on it or anything like that. It's like going under the wall. So this is like an underwater kind of a situation. Like the water's flowing. You're not sure where it's coming from or where it's going. But it is loud and it's moving very, very quickly. And then to the other way, you have a completely open tunnel still.
I know you haven't made it here yet. So in the meantime, I've used my deductive reasoning to decide we should go left. Trust me.
And as you get closer, the sound that you heard earlier just keeps getting louder and louder.
I walk left.
Okay. So as you walk left, the temperature starts to raise again.
What temperature would you say it is by now?
Right now, it's actually kind of cool because you're near the water.
Okay.
But as you're walking in, it starts to get hotter, and it's probably like in like the low 80s right now. It's starting to get warm. Yeah. And you come
Celsius.
into
Just melting.
yeah, it's getting warm. And it starts to smell really bad. Like
It's been smelling bad since I woke up.
this is
Yeah, I was
more
about
like
to say.
rotten trash, though. Not
Oh.
dead, not vomit. This smells like trash.
It's more pleasant, I think.
I prefer the graveyard smell.
And now you start to see roaches on the walls,
Dinner.
roaches on the floor
Mm,
as you're moving down
I
this
don't
hallway.
like you.
Oh my gosh, you
I
specifically took
don't
this adventure
like
for
you.
CJ, didn't you?
Mm.
His only fear.
The roaches become more and more frequent as you get closer to this room.
I hate you.
I pick one up and I try to eat it.
As you walk in, so you pick one up, you can't eat it. It doesn't
Aw.
offer much resistance. It's a roach, and you chew it down.
Little white pus like shooting out of the side of my
Yeah.
mouth.
As you step into this room, it's definitely smells like garbage. And you look around, and this entire room is full of just stuff that looks like it was scavenged from graves, from other tombs.
Any beef
There's
jerky?
just all kinds of stuff. There's parts of bodies.
There you
There's
go.
no beef
That's-
jerky.
There's human jerky.
armor, there's
I'll
like
find that thief.
weaponry. There's just all kinds of weird stuff everywhere. And then there's roaches everywhere. Every surface
Can
is
you
covered
just drop
in
the roaches, please?
There's gonna be a roach monster. Just
I-
wait.
The
don't like
floor
this.
is covered in feces. It smells horrible in
I'm
here.
okay with that.
On the other side, you see all this debris has kind of been pushed up into almost a throne of sorts
Of roaches.
Shut up.
that is covered in roaches.
Ah!
I hate
And-
both of you.
Sitting atop it is a raggedy looking man.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be a big roach
He's got
with a staff and a
massive
crown.
beard,
Turn around
hair
and leave.
scraggly. He's dirty. He's filthy.
Living?
Yes, he's alive.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And he has a tiny
There you go.
whip in one of his little hands.
Wait, he's
and
got
you-
little hands?
You can see him sitting up there, and he's got in front of him more roaches. Some of them actually look bigger than your average roach.
It's a rad roach.
They're quite large, like bigger than any roach you've ever seen. And some of them are in different stages of molt. So there's some that are like kind of white colored.
They're the weakest AC.
And he's talking to them, and occasionally he'll crack his little whip.
The whip of roach speaking.
And it does look like some of the roaches are kind of paying attention to him.
Gotta get this whip.
We burn everything. Everything burns.
Do you come into the room proper? Do you make yourself known?
Yeah, totally.
Laser beam.
I walk in, diplomatic.
I didn't stutter. Laser beam.
You're opening the box?
No,
Humans' his
laser
eyeballs.
eyes.
He's about to blind
That's
himself.
combat. We're not in
For-
combat.
He's about to blind him. Yeah, it's once for combat.
I'm initiating combat surprise attack.
You're gonna be blind for the whole fight. Oh, this
I
is
don't
what he
have to
wants.
see the
He's like, I don't want to see
roaches.
him.
You don't want to see the roaches. Okay.
I'm coming, peace, Roach King.
So you say I come in peace, Roach King, and he immediately
Some Omega beams.
Omega beams from the other side of the room.
Yes,
Okay. So
he keeps roaches. He cannot be a good person.
he looks up at you and like looks over at Jeremiah and looks back at you because you're out your arms up. And he says, "Finally, I have new friends."
I don't care.
And then
Laser beams.
laser beams. What does that do again?
Once per combat.
Okay.
DR10.
DR10, D6 damage.
Yep, blinded.
Yep. Okay. So give me a DR10 attack.
Is it one target or is it everybody in the room?
No, it's
Like,
one target. Laser beam eyes.
It's not worth it.
And then
I will
blinded.
100% burn an omen for this. I am burning an omen for this.
That's D12. What do you?
Yeah, what's the
Oh.
D12 for? Does it count?
No. You
Okay.
gotta roll a D20.
I thought that was a D20. I'm distracted by the horrors. What was the plus?
DR10.
Oh, yeah, no, we're burning an omen.
How many omens you got left?
After this one, 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then D6.
Sure, grab the right one this time. 4.
4. So he screams, "New friends," and
Hello!
this beam emits from Jeremiah's eyes and slams him right in the face and basically just cracks his head in half. Explodes.
No bull.
And he slumps back onto the throne, and the roaches just scatter everywhere throughout the room.
Are they gone?
They're still there, but they're panicking. They're just running everywhere.
So, based on our last encounter, I assume you can't see what just happened. But you split him in half, and all the roaches left. Are you happy?
Very.
We were about to have a new friend, and now... Wait a minute. I walk over. Does he cook fresh meat?
No, he is like decimated. Like his skull is just split. It's not cooked, but yeah, his skull is just
But is
split.
he
Just fresh meat.
I mean, technically he's meat.
I mean, the
He
brain's
is covered
cooked.
in his own feces.
Yeah, but is the inside covered in feces?
No, it's just
I peel off
goo. And the roaches are starting
I peel
to eat
off
bits.
the top layer. I feed them. I throw them the top, like the top shell of an onion shell, of course.
Onion shells.
And then I go for the gooey center.
Okay, there's a gooey center.
Okay. You can't have a friend and eat him too.
Everybody wins. Guide me to the door.
end.
So as you're,
Guide me to the door, and I'm just gonna start walking.
yeah, your vision starts to come back.
No,
in
no, it
now.
doesn't. Guide me to the
Your
door.
vision starts to come back in, and you can
Paul,
see
lead him.
there's still roaches everywhere. There's actually more all over the throne now because they're just swarming his body.
I think there's more roaches now than ever before.
Door.
Oh, they're all over you too.
There is another
Don't.
corridor to the west.
Yeah, we're going down there. For everybody at home, this is not a joke thing. This is, I don't like roaches.
So the roach herder room was not your room.
No.
Stop
So-
hitting the table.
Sorry.
So yeah,
I'm not happy right now.
so you're walking through the corridor,
Yes.
Sprinting even.
sprinting through the corridor.
Sprinting out of the room at the very least.
Did
All
he
right.
have anything on him? I'm gonna grab the whip.
Oh, you do? Okay, you grab the whip. You have a thorny little whip.
Thorn whip.
Ugh.
I crack it.
It cracks, and all the roaches run in fear.
They don't come to me.
You're not a herder.
I try to summon the. I try it again, but with intent to summon the whip or the roaches.
They run in fear.
I've got a whip of roach spear.
Give-
Now it's mine.
I'll trade you a horn.
Trade you for Paul.
No.
Then no.
All right.
No.
I eat the whip.
Wait, you eat it?
Yes.
You put it in your mouth?
Wait.
The
It's got
feces
thorns.
covered. Yeah, thorns and feces. Congratulations.
Give me a DR12 toughness roll.
DR12. Toughness. You got a 2.
You got a 2?
Yeah.
Okay, you definitely cut yourself.
Uh-huh.
Take 1 damage,
Okay.
and that feels like it's infected.
It's not new to me. Do I at least chew it up?
What?
Do I at least eat it?
The whip?
Yeah.
It's just like old crusty leather with barbs on it and bits of dead stuff.
A little bit of a feces taste to it.
Yeah, it doesn't taste good.
Reminds me of the Roach Man.
I wonder why.
Okay. So as you walk down the corridor, you hear some scratching and digging,
Mm-hmm.
and you come around a corner with your lantern out,
It's Jimothy.
and you see Jimothy digging at a skeleton.
It's actually Jimothy this time.
You whistle, and the head snaps up,
Ha!
and Jimothy runs over to you. He's been hanging out in this room for a while, just digging around. Has made a mess of a bunch of old, crusty, dusty skeletons and everywhere. There's bones stacked in the corners.
Did you find something good to eat?
There's some urns on the floor. There's a large lamp, like similar to the one that you have sitting thrown on the floor.
Is it lit?
There is the crawl space that looked like it's where Jimothy came from. Right, you could see like a tiny little crawl space. It's got his paw marks all over it.
Yeah.
It looked like it probably took him a little bit to scramble up here, and he had to do a little bit of digging, but he made it up here. And then there is a staircase off to the other side.
Here. And I open up a pouch of food and I give them some food.
He's happy.
You look famished.
Yeah, I can give him some of the guy from the other room.
No, it's mine. Back off.
I didn't want any.
This doesn't function anymore. I throw it across the room.
I'm gonna pick up the roach.
Jimothy
pellet.
runs and grabs it and brings it back to you.
Good boy, good boy. I don't want this though. I throw it back.
He runs and grabs it and brings it back to you.
Ah,
Come here, Jimothy.
Jimothy, bite him.
What?
What? I take the whip, put it back.
No, no. I
He
want
seems sad. Oh.
Richard is gonna make me, Tyler, feel so bad about this. We're gonna just play this game for the next hour. Fetch.
So where will you go? What will you do?
I'm gonna follow Jimothy.
I'm gonna follow the. No, I'm not following Jimothy if he's going back
I
to
was
the
gonna
other
say
one. No,
you have the
no, we're
roach
away from the roach
behind you.
room.
Okay.
Away from the roach room. We're,
You've got the stairs in front of you. There's
Cool.
a door.
yeah, we're going there.
Okay. So you come out. Are you going out the door? Then you're leaving the room.
I mean, actually, is there anything in the room other than the urns and?
There was that stray lamp that was on the
Okay. I
floor,
don't care.
and there were urns and skeletons, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't care. Okay,
Okay.
I'm leaving.
All right. So you following him? I
Yeah.
presume. So you come up to the door. You push it open. It's a heavy stone door. It probably takes both of you to open this. As you push it open, in front of you is what looks like a large pool of stagnant water. At least it looks like water.
Ugh.
It's best not to ask.
It smells. It looks kind of like fog, but not the fog that's around you, the mist that you can normally see. This looks like condensed fog, similar to the fog you saw in those skeletons. And it looks like water, the way it's swirling in the fountain below you. Ahead of you, you can see a set of pillars that are almost like stepping stones that go through the fog and go off.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle, there is a couple of statues that are basically propped up in the center, and they're holding a jar together, each with two hands on the jar, like holding it above. And then as you walk out, you see that there are two cherubs on either side of the fountain, and the fog that's in the fountain is coming out of their mouths.
Oh, it's artistic and beautiful. Let's kill it.
You do you.
So
I
the
guess
only
I'm-
way across is via basically the pillars.
Yeah.
So you can go across the pillars. And like I said, there's the statues in the middle, and basically the pillars go underneath that, and the jar that they're holding is kind of like above, like an archway. And the cherubs are on either side. And then on the other side, it's just off of the fountain and then into the graveyard proper again.
So you want to get on my shoulders, or should I get on yours?
Shoulders. Are you piggybacking him across the bridge?
You've
I
only
meant for
got
the jar.
you've only got one arm to hold me up, so I think you should get on mine.
So what are you about to drop in the jar?
Break the jar.
we'll break it when we get it down, but if we drop it, it's gone forever.
Yeah. Pinata style.
All right, let's do this.
So you're walking across the pillars to go to the center?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
each
then
of
I'm
you
gonna
roll
go.
me a d20.
Each
Yeah.
And then you fall into the abyss, never to be seen again.
natural 10.
That'd be a 4.
Okay. So you are walking across the pillars
Mm-hmm.
and you make it to the center.
Mm-hmm.
Just as you're getting to the center,
Easy.
your foot slips on one of the pillars.
Yep.
Are you going to fall into the mist?
I'm gonna try not to.
You're going to try not to?
I guess.
Well, you got an omen left.
I was gonna say he's asking if you want to re-roll it.
Or are you going to fall into the fountain?
I feel like I die if I
What's
don't.
the worst that could happen?
This
It
is
doesn't look like water. It looks like fog.
All right. Odds I re-roll, evens I don't. That's an even. We're not re-rolling
You're
this.
not re-rolling. So you see him fall into the fog. You expect a splash because it looks like water, but you don't see a splash. You see him fall, and then it's almost like he just completely disappears. You open your
Jeremiah!
eyes, and you sit up straight.
Okay.
You're next to an urn inside of the corridor that you were just in. Outside the door. You look up and you can see the stairs.
Just teleport? Okay, I'll go back up the stairs.
So you try and get up, and as you do, you feel rigid, like your muscles feel atrophied. You feel your face feels extra wrinkled. Some of your teeth are missing, and your memory seems a little foggy. You feel older. And you have a -1 to every single one of your abilities.
Oh, cool. So does that drop my +2s to +1s? Or is it everything is now just a -1?
No, everything gets a -1 to
Oh,
it.
everything gets,
So if
okay.
you have a +2, it's now a +1. If you have a negative anything, it's now a negative plus that. So a -2 becomes a -3. A 0 becomes a -1.
Cool.
super cool.
And you see a slightly older Jeremiah come hobbling out of the door.
Who are you? Oh. Are you Jeremiah's dad?
What?
Huh?
Huh? Speak up, youngin.
Do you know Jeremiah?
Yeah, Jeremiah.
Oh, it's like a junior situation. You think your son just fell in this water?
No, I fell. I think.
Wait. Can you also talk to the skull?
Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul's right here.
Oh, you also have a Paul. What's he say?
He says it's a reverse fountain of youth.
Weird. Who would make that?
Yeah.
All right, come here.
We're gonna go across the stepping stones.
You step across the stepping stones. You're not going to roll again.
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great just to slowly age.
You make it across. You make it across.
All right, same plan.
Yeah.
All right, lift you
Okay.
up.
So
we both fall in.
give me an you're doing it together, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to lead the roll here? It's an agility test.
I think I'm still more agile than you. I am.
You are, yeah.
The old man.
Okay. So
The
it
older
is
man.
it is a DR16 agility test.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
But I'm going to give you a +2 for everyone that assists.
You're welcome.
Sweet. All right, we got a +3 here now.
Oh, no.
I fall back in.
well,
We're gonna burn an omen.
Okay.
Oh, this is the omen you burn, not the one earlier.
I think next time I fall into it, I just turn to dust and die. So if we fail it again. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, God, he moved it.
It was wedged under the phone. Here, I'll move phone.
Tyler's phone is
Look, his dice is going everywhere.
it's very bouncy.
That's even worse. This man has not touched double digits.
In a while.
What you got?
That would be a natural 1.
A natural 1. Okay.
+3.
+3.
Okay. So
It was a good game. It was nice meeting you.
you fall back into the mist, and your eyes open up, and you wake up next to the vase again.
Is it both of us?
And as you, no, it's just him.
Yes.
And as you stand up, you feel weaker, and you feel older still,
I'm just gonna go ahead and do this real quick.
and you add a -1 to all of your stats.
Jeremiah! Is he walking back
Yeah,
up?
he walks back out.
How do you keep doing that?
Oh, my hip.
Wait, are you Jeremiah or Jeremiah's grandpa?
Jeremiah.
Does Paul get older every time too?
Yeah, does Paul get
No.
older?
He's
Okay.
just
His
Yeah.
voice gets older, though. He ages with me. Third time's a charm.
I'm going to because we're trying to hit this jar, right? I'm gonna throw my grappling hook up on it.
Oh, you have a grappling hook. That's right. Cool. So you whip a grappling hook up there.
Yeah.
And just give me a D20 roll.
Just a D20.
Just a D20.
That's only an 11.
Okay, that's good. You needed a 10. So you climb up there and you grab the jar.
Got it. Easy peasy.
Cool. So you have a jar now.
I got a jar of something.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar. I can't wait for nothing to be in this.
It does have. It looks like the fog. Like you uncork it
Uh-huh.
and look into it. It looks like the fog in the fountain, but not as murky. Like pure white fog.
Jeremiah, I got an idea.
Am I gonna drink this?
You're gonna drink this. It's gonna make you young again.
I'm having flashbacks to
It's
horrible
gonna
things
make
I've
you-
done to Richard.
It's gonna make you so young. You're gonna feel so good. You might even get your arm back.
You gonna drink the fog?
What's the worst thing that could happen? It's the cleanest fog, the freshest fog.
Reveals skin's precious layer.
Come on.
I feel like it'd be rightful karma if I drank the fog for you.
It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be great.
I have-
I hand you the jar of fog.
I have a -3 in toughness right now. There is no way this could get worse.
It can't get any worse. You're looking bad.
Yeah,
You gonna drink it?
yeah, why not?
Okay. You drink nice big gulp out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You try and drink as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the weirdest sensation because it's like drinking a liquid, but not. And as you drink it, you feel yourself getting younger.
Yes.
And you gain a +1
Yes.
to all of your skills.
How empty is this jar?
It looks like it's about half empty.
I can get back to starting. We're gonna, yeah, we'll go ahead and
You're going to drink the
it,
rest of it?
yeah. Put everything back to where it was.
If you drink the rest of it, you gain back all of your youth.
Hey.
It all comes rushing back to you.
Mhm.
Still,
Always drink the mysterious beverage.
I was fully waiting for some karma to come my way.
I mean, had nobody fallen in, you both could have drank some of it and gotten pluses
Given
to all of your
pluses.
abilities.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Job well done.
you've got
You look great.
the mist
I look
ahead
like a
of you.
60-year-old man.
Is his arm back?
No, his arm is not back.
Disappointment.
But you have the mist ahead of you, and you can sort of see the outline of a building that doesn't look like a grave like you've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks like a building.
It's not in the manor.
No, it's not the
Okay.
manor. You can still see that
How far away is it?
same distance.
Thing never gets closer.
Well,
Wait, I have an idea. If I tie a rope to you,
Uh-huh.
and I go, will be the same distance from both of us.
Oh, it's a great plan. Yeah, do it.
Let's do that real quick.
So you guys are tethered.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
I'm
Where
gonna
are you
walk
going?
closer to the manor.
Are you walking away from the building?
He's gonna stay where he is. I'm gonna walk closer to the manor.
Okay.
Has the manor moved for you?
Has the manor moved
No.
for me?
Has the manor moved for me?
No.
I mean, it's only been 30 feet,
25.
25 feet.
Yeah, this
It's
thing is
actually-
like miles away in the distance.
It's probably not that big of a change. Let's go in this
Yeah.
weird building.
I'm gonna untether us and yeah.
You don't want to stay tethered? Okay. So he untethers you.
When he says things like that,
Yeah.
So I'm just going to assume Jeremiah did not, no, not Jeremiah,
Jimothy?
Jimothy did not fall into the mist and just
No, of course not.
straight over the pillars.
4 legs.
So
Twice
as
as
you
easy.
that's how that
start
works.
to
Yeah.
walk, you start to smell like wet lumber.
Do you want me to roll for Jimothy?
Nah, you don't have to roll
You
for
sure?
Timothy. Yeah. And you start to come upon a building that looks like a small hut, and there's a glow coming from the windows because it actually has windows, and you can hear like muffled talking inside. It's got a thatched roof with creeping vines that are all dead, like all around it. You get closer.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
As you get closer, you start to notice coffins in the process of like either being repaired or being made.
Is one of yours in here?
This looks like an undertaker's hut.
Oh, cool.
And as you walk up to the door, you notice off to the side, you can kind of see behind, there looks to be like a garden or something. And then there is a grave that is like right outside the hut that looks like it's freshly dug. And inside of this grave, if you look into it, you see a woman's body down there. And next to her is a shovel that she's kind of got like grasped in her hand. And she's just haphazardly been tossed into this grave.
Think the Undertaker's taking a nap.
Ours fresh food for you.
I don't eat women.
Not good enough for you?
Too good for me.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
I keep walking.
Keep walking. Okay.
Mhm.
So the door is just sitting right there. It's closed, but you can hear like muffled voices behind the door. Just
I open the
talking.
door.
You open the
I-
door.
Okay.
Okay. As you
My hands
laser
up
eyes
as I was
movement.
going to knock.
as you swing open the door, you see 3 men standing in there that are all just kind of like around the table. One of them is handing the other one a lantern, and he's telling them like, "Oh, you need to take first watch. I need to lay down. Oh, there's people here. More people.
Hi.
Hi. How did you get here?
Walked. Mostly. I sprinted at one point.
Are you coming in the room too?
I guess, yeah.
Are you alive?
Check my pulse. Am I alive?
You feel a pulse.
I feel a pulse. Yes. I am alive.
Well, it's weird to see other people here. And, well, we're trying to figure out how to get out of here. Do you know how to get out of here?
That way.
We tried walking that way, and we just came back here.
Well, that's weird. Did you try continuously going out that way and not just spinning in a circle?
Everywhere we went, we just found graves. But
There's a lot of graves.
yeah, there's a lot of graves. We found her, but she wasn't willing to let us leave, so we kind of had
She's
to
dead.
take her out.
Oh, she's dead because of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had to kill her.
Oh, but so now you can leave.
Well, we tried to leave after we killed her, but we couldn't get out. You gotta come inside, close the door. And the guy tries to walk by you. As he gets closer, you can smell that, like, he doesn't smell good. Like, he smells like he's been dead for a while.
Oh, so he's dead. Cool.
Oh, great.
Are
He's
you
like,
alive?
well, no, yeah, I'm alive. Of course I'm alive.
Inside check.
Well, there's no point in trying to leave because you can't. So
I mean, we came here.
you might as well just stay here with us. Look, I'm gonna take first watch. I'm going out. Why don't you take a rest for a little while, you know? You look like you've been through it.
Oh, we've definitely been through it. He started the day with 2 arms.
I did. Now I don't.
Well,
You know what?
I mean,
as a
you
gift-
don't seem that bad.
As a gift for taking us in, give him the horn.
No. Set Paul down. Take the horn off. Here.
As a token of thanks.
Oh, yes, thanks. Yeah.
Just
Well,
be
anyway.
careful. It's only got 1 charge, but it'll embolden you and your allies.
He's not wrong.
Okay. So you actually hand him the horn?
Yeah.
Okay, he'll take the horn.
With
All right.
A little like it's not blood.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna take first watch unless somebody wants to take it with me. The name's Steen.
Stain?
Steen.
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 Sting?
Steen.
Oh,
Steen.
Steen.
Stan.
Yeah.
Stan.
Stan.
This is Arga and Benzin. He points to the other guy.
Stan, Argyle, and Benzer.
And Benzin's like, yeah, how you doing? Arga just nods. He don't talk much.
Why?
He just never has. Ever since we were little kids.
Like Paul.
Paul talks plenty.
Oh,
All right, anyway. I'm gonna go out and take watch.
where?
On the outside.
Why?
There's a lot of scary stuff out there.
Like what?
There's dogs that try and kill people.
Oh, by the way, this is my dog, Jimothy.
Looks around. Doesn't see Jimothy. You don't see Jimothy.
Jimothy.
There's
Jimothy.
scratching at the door.
I go to the door.
You open it up. Jimothy comes walking in. She's got a shovel in her mouth.
Oh no. Where'd you get that?
Sets it down. Where'd you get that?
Tell the nice man where you got it.
You didn't get that from the hole outside, did you?
I mean, don't ask me.
He
Ask the
runs
dog.
outside.
He runs outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
He runs
I
outside.
run after him.
You run after him?
Yeah.
Okay. You leave Jimothy with the shovel inside?
No. Jimothy, come on.
Okay, so Jimothy picks up the shovel
Okay.
and runs outside with you.
Okay.
Are you still inside with Benson?
I'm very confused. Just what? What's going on?
So as you run outside, he stops and turns around and looks, and then looks back at the hole, and the hole's about like 10 feet away from you guys.
Mhm.
And over the side of the hole, you just see a hand reach up and grab the dirt,
Mm-hmm.
and then another hand reaches up and grabs the dirt,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the woman that was in the hole before
Mm-hmm.
pulls herself up out of the hole and then puts her hand out towards you and Jimothy.
Mm-hmm.
And this faint purple glow comes out of her hand. And then the shovel also starts to glow purple
Mm-hmm.
and starts to pull across the yard towards the hole with Jimothy
Yeah.
hanging
sliding,
onto it.
Sliding with it.
Sliding with it across.
Doing tails wagging.
And Jimothy's tail starts wagging
Yeah, yeah.
and gets super excited.
Let it go. Let it go, boy. Let
And
it go.
then the other guy looks back up at you and says, I suggest you run. And we move into initiative.
That's a
6.
6.
That's a 6. So that means the PCs get to go first.
Who are we in initiative with?
So
The whole lady.
Is it
you
the
are
whole
in
lady, or is it
initiative
the scary dead men?
with the whole lady.
Okay.
The dead men are going to go first. So,
Are they acting on our initiative?
yes.
Oh.
They're allies.
So,
Interesting.
Arga and Benz run out of the house first. So, Benzen has a crossbow. Arga has a staff. So, upon seeing this, Arga is basically going to run forward, and he kind of like holds position and starts digging through his bag to pull something out.
Okay.
Benzen is going to actually take a shot at the lady
This is not going how I thought it was going to go. I was absolutely ready to attack these dudes.
coming out of the ground. So, who wants to roll for Benzen's attack?
CJ does.
All right, give me a D12 presence roll.
D12. Oh, DR. Or
The
whatever, right?
DR12, sorry.
Okay.
It's an 11 plus whatever he has.
It's an 11. Okay, so he fires off a crossbow bolt, which is, give me a D8. That's really good.
8.
8.
An 8. Oh
Yeah.
my.
Just snipes her in the
Very
head.
good.
She falls back in the
This
hole.
is very good.
Okay, so that is excellent roll, CJ.
Can I get this character now?
So Benzen fires off a crossbow bolt. It slams into this lady's head, and she just cocks her head back, and it looks like she's down for the count.
We did it.
Um,
Winner.
Woo!
But
Just got roaches on that hand.
she
Ah.
creaks back forward
Mm.
very slowly and lets out a large screech, a loud screech. I need one of you to roll me a D10 for Arga.
I would love to. 5.
A 5. He pulls out a scroll of fate.
Sure.
best
Yeah.
In the game, I assume.
That's a horrible thing. It's a resurrection scroll. Not good for combat.
Wait,
is what he
he
pulls
could be
out
a
of his
real
bag.
boy though.
He pulls out his bag. And then Steen is going to pull out his short sword and charge Jimothy.
Okay.
And
Jimothy?
yes,
Why?
because Jimothy has the shovel
Does he wants it that bad?
and he wants the shovel. So CJ, give me a DR12 strength check for a melee attack against Jimothy from Steen.
It's an 8
That's an 8.
plus whatever.
Okay. So he misses. So Jimothy, he runs at Jimothy with a short sword out, tries to take a swing at Jimothy.
Yeah.
And Jimothy is all like, oh, this is fun. Like, you're not going to get my stick. And attempts to, like, run away with the stick.
Yeah.
And jukes out of the way. Now it goes to you guys. So Jimothy is yours. So you're going to be able to roll for Jimothy's stuff.
Okay.
Jimothy right now is trying to hang on to the shovel. So you have a choice with Jimothy. You can either let Jimothy let go of the shovel or continue to hold on to it. It's going to be a flat agility roll, so no bonuses.
Okay.
And it's going to be a DR12 to hold on to this shovel if you want to do that. Or you can just relinquish it and give Jimothy a turn to do whatever you want Jimothy to do.
But what would Jimothy do?
Oh, you know Jimothy's going to hold on to it.
Okay, so give me a DR12 flat roll.
Oh, it's a 9.
That's a 9.
Mm.
So on a 9, Jimothy jaw just isn't strong enough for that
Molder.
supernatural pull.
Yeah.
And the shovel snaps out and just goes straight into her hand. And as soon as it hits her hand, she is no longer climbing out of this hole. She is just raising out of this hole,
Oh, that's
straight up
easier.
into the air.
Yeah.
So now she's floating over the hole.
Uh-oh.
So now it's your turn.
I have a plan.
Okay. I'd love to hear it.
I'm going to open my bag.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to pop a scroll of invisibility.
That's a terrible plan.
Okay.
It makes me invisible for D6 rounds.
Okay. So you need to do a D12 presence roll
Okay.
to make sure that you actually do this correctly.
That would be fine.
No, a DR12, sorry, not a D12. DR12.
Keep doing that in my
I know.
brain.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
we're-
a nat 16.
Plus
Cool.
your thing. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
18.
got it. So it does go off, and you turn invisible
For 6 rounds.
for 6 rounds.
I'm gonna swing at the guy that just swung at my dog
Okay.
with my sword.
All right. Give me a DR12
DR 12
strength check.
plus 1. Ah! I'm gonna use my last omen to re-roll that. Ah, I broke my pencil lid. That's a 14.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Okay.
Roll me damage.
This is a 10 and then it rolled over. It's an 8.
It's an 8.
Yeah.
Okay. This dude is obliterated. You slice him in half. And he just looks at you, confused. And he's like, why? And then he falls to the ground dead.
Never swing at a man's dog.
All right.
Call me Baba Yaga.
The Uber taker.
No.
What is that, CJ?
3.
All right.
The Uber taker?
The Uber taker.
Oh, we're doomed. We are
That's so
doomed.
dumb.
All right. I need you to each roll me a d20. So each one of you.
Okay.
Give me your numbers.
18.
18,
That looks like a 13.
13. Roll another one. You're rolling for Arga.
10.
And roll another one for Benson.
16.
All right. Who rolled the lowest?
No, man, I rolled a 13 and then a 16.
10 was the lowest. That was the last one.
10. Who was that? Was that you?
That was the second person you had me do.
Okay. So that was Arga.
Arga, yeah.
Okay. So
No, I had like a 18 or whatever.
she disappears and appears next to Arga. So give me a DR
Oh.
15.
Is that me for Arga?
Defense roll for Arga. Yeah,
15?
you do it. Yeah.
Anything added?
No,
That's a 10.
that's a 10.
Yep.
All right, now roll me a D6.
That's a 2.
That's a 2.
Yeah.
So she appears behind Arga and just waylays him in the back of the head with the shovel. Just whong. And he hits the ground. Like his head just snaps to the side. He just goes dunk, and he falls to the ground.
Is he like extra dead? More dead than he was? I guess I should.
He's on the ground for right now.
you
and
know what?
That's the end of the round.
Good, you got one too.
It'd be a 6
6.
again.
A 6, so the PCs go. Okay. So Arga stands up and is gripping his head. He turns around and swings his staff at the Uber taker. You go ahead and roll for Arga since you've been doing it. Give me a D12 strength roll to hit with the staff.
You're 12?
Yeah, DR12.
8.
8. Not gonna do it. So he swings at her, and she just kind of like has this like a purple fire barrier that just kind of erupts around her and just soaks up the damage from the staff.
Yeah.
You killed Stein. He dead.
Good
Deserved
job.
it.
Benson
Yeah,
shoots
thank you.
another crossbow bolt.
Oh, okay.
So you go ahead and shoot at the Uber taker.
I'd be a 17.
A 17 definitely hits. And it's a D8.
5.
Okay. That's both my PCs. So then it's you guys.
I will remain invisible.
Okay. Remains invisible.
You know what? Actually, I'll go back into the house and shut the door.
So you're going to go back and shut the door?
Yeah. I'm going inside and then shutting the door.
Okay.
This is 100% not my problem. Look, man, I didn't put her in a hole. They did.
Yeah. I'm going to attack one of these other guys.
Okay. So you're going to attack one of the guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to be
Which
upset
one?
when she kills us.
Benson's got the crossbow. Arga's got a staff.
I'm going for Arga.
You're going for Arga?
Yeah.
Okay.
12.
12 strength. Yes.
It's only a 2.
Okay. You slice him in half.
Oh.
He
Oh,
is
yeah, he already
dead.
got hit.
Yeah, he
Oh.
already took a shovel hit to the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it for you,
I'm starting to get concerned about you.
friend of my dog.
All right.
Friend of mine.
What do I got?
A 1.
Okay. So she was next to Arga. You were next to Arga because
Mhm.
you attacked Arga.
Mhm.
So roll me a d4.
Okay. 2.
Okay. So she basically reaches out her hands like this, and a bunch of skeletal purple hands come out of the ground
Mm-hmm.
and just grab you and rake down your legs, and you
Mhm.
take 2 damage.
Oh.
Ah, mistress, it hurts. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Next round. We're at round 3.
One.
Of your
One.
6 rounds.
Yep.
You got a 1.
You got
I
a
got
1.
a 1.
Yep.
All right. So where's my d4 again?
Oh,
1.
1.
1. Roll me a d4.
Me?
Yep.
I'm assuming
Alright.
this is hurting you.
Huh. That's a 4.
4.
That is a 4.
Uh-huh.
So right now, those skeletal hands come up out of the ground again
Yeah.
and grab you
Uh-huh.
and rake down for
Dead.
4 damage.
-2, actually.
-2.
-2.
-2.
Okay. So she drops you
Dead to death.
dead to death. So you fall to the ground. Dead. What is that's it for her. So what does your dog do?
Seeing me go down, she knows that she needs to carry on my will and goes after the other guy.
And goes after the other guy?
No. She's gonna go for the shovel.
He's gonna go for the shovel.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So give me a
Doesn't care about me.
this is
She
going to
killed
be
you.
a DR 18
Okay.
agility.
Agility. What do I add for dog agility?
0.
Oh, okay. Are you sure I had nothing?
What you got?
17?
Oh, so close.
Dog has no
So
agility.
close.
You're telling me a dog has
Dog's
no
just
agility?
nipping at it,
No
tail
agility at all,
wagging.
that dog?
So close.
Not even one?
All right, give me a
Monster.
roll me 2d6 for Benzin.
I got 1. You got
Yep.
the other.
What's the total?
7.
7 total?
Yeah.
Okay, so Benzin doesn't run. And Benzin will attempt to shoot her again.
Oh, that's
So,
me.
Yeah. Give me another ranged presence.
That was a journey. 15,
15.
15. Okay, roll me a d8.
A 1. That's a D10. Hang on. Backtracking. 7.
A 7.
Needed less options.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, that's Benzin. What are you doing?
Is there a back door?
No.
Is there a window?
No. Well, there is windows, but they're like high up.
Oh, I'm gonna go back out the front door and just leave.
You're going back out the front door?
Noticing there's no back door, yes. And then I'm just gonna wander off into the graveyard.
All right.
Especially knowing that Bitey has died on me. Is
I'm just sleeping.
just sleeping.
that what we call it?
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, no, I'm just take off. I wouldn't know that.
You slept earlier and woke up with one arm.
Yeah, that's fair. You also
I slept earlier and woke up in a pit. No
you also,
bodies.
you also have Jimothy. I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna walk off into the graveyard.
So you open up the door. Well, you don't have enough to get out, but you open the door again?
Yeah.
Okay. So you open the door and come out?
Yeah.
And then that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. New round.
6.
6. Okay.
These dice are incredibly legible.
Give me 2d6 again for Benzin.
8 total.
He is staying here. Do you want to go for the dog first or Benzin first?
It's the dog.
Yeah, why not?
What's he doing?
Oh, you know.
She's trying to take a shovel again?
Trying to take
Yeah.
a shovel. DC lower?
No, still 18 flat. No? Okay. Benson takes a shot.
8.
No. Benson doesn't make it. You're still creeping away?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Making my way out of here. Moving fast.
What's Bitey do?
4.
4.
Yeah. What's Bitey do?
All right. Give me D20 rolls. So I need one for
Jimothy?
Jimothy. I need one for Benson and one for you. What's that roll
What
for?
did I do? I guess me, 11.
11.
8.
8.
Jimothy.
17.
17. Who is the lowest? 8.
Jimothy.
Jimothy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Jimothy needs to make a DR. Actually,
Jimothy, I don't know if this matters. Jimothy defends DR12.
Jimothy's going to take D8 damage
Okay.
from skeletal hands, basically trying to pull her into the ground.
Okay.
Like underground.
Wait, is that what happened to Bitey?
Am I rolling the D8 for that?
No, this is different. Yeah, roll
Okay.
a D8.
Where did I put my D8? Uh-oh. 4.
4 damage to Jimothy.
How tough is Jimothy?
Looking about 6.
Oh,
Yes, my dog was stronger than you.
yeah. 5.
PCs again. All right. You still trying to creep away?
Oh, yeah.
Jimothy?
Let's do it. 5.
5. Nothing. Benson. Actually, wait, no. Roll 2d6 before you do that. I want to see if Benson runs or if he's staying his course.
3.
6.
6. Total?
Yeah.
Yeah, he stays. So go ahead and shoot for Benson.
I did.
6.
Yeah,
Oh,
6.
6. Nothing. Okay.
Bring it on, Uber taker.
2.
Okay. So
On a 2, she gives up. and rests
she
peacefully.
basically spends this entire round just focusing her power and looking around.
Solar beam.
I am so glad I'm invisible.
Looking around right now.
She thinks she can't see invisibility?
I'm hoping.
That was the end of the round, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What are we on now? 5 or 6?
This will be round 5.
This will be round 5.
2.
2.
Enemies first.
Yep.
I'm still
Okay.
invisible.
Is this your last round?
No, I got this round and then the next.
2.
2. Nah, I can't do that.
2.
2.
You have a 25% chance of getting it. Like
4.
Okay.
I like the way he
Roll
said
me
that.
D20s again.
All right.
So Benson.
No. No.
No what?
No.
18.
18.
Roll for the other one.
10.
Got a 1.
You got a 1?
Yep.
How much health does
6.
6? Okay.
And you're rolling a D8?
So roll me a D8. Oh no, you don't roll me a D8.
Oh, no.
So those skeletal hands reach up again
Uh-huh.
and they just snap down and Jimothy disappears into the dirt. Gone.
I'm glad I'm leaving.
But how much damage did Jimothy take?
8.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Hey, -2 like you.
Roll me the 2d6 for Benson.
8.
He's really sticking this out.
Yeah, he's brave.
Make a shot.
I'm
he
proud
knows.
of
He knows if he leaves, it just ends up back here. pretty
13.
13. Yep. Roll me damage. D8.
Whoa, that was
6.
a ride.
6.
Ben's is gonna take her out.
Good for him.
All right.
4.
4.
4 PCs.
Oh,
I
okay,
love you.
nobody.
I love you didn't even ask me what I was doing. This is my last round.
All right.
It's just you and
So-
Benson.
What do you know? It's just Benson.
Where you're at right now, I need you to roll me a D10.
Oh, that's not great.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'd be at 4.
A 4.
Yeah.
So what you start to see forming around you is
Uh-oh.
ravens.
What?
Roll me a d6.
Okay.
1.
Oh, that's
One. Okay, so one raven. Raven, not raven. You see a raven with a half of a bill.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
half as bad as a full bill.
Yeah. And then Benzen.
We need to see if he runs.
Yep.
10.
10. All right. Benzen is not feeling great. Roll me another d6.
5.
So Benzen takes the knee, and she takes his head
What?
with the shovel.
Oh. You had her on the ropes.
He was doing so good.
It's up to you now.
It's up to me.
Jeremiah. 3.
A 3. All right. So first, the raven, you need to make a DR6.
Okay.
So it's going to be a pretty easy check. So you just got to get better than a 6.
Watch me fail it. Oh, no, we're good. 17.
Okay, that's good. And then this is the last roll. She's going to attempt to appear next to you.
Huh?
She doesn't have to see you for this, but it's got to be a DR6 for your defense roll. So if you make the DR6, then she doesn't know where you are and doesn't appear next to you. Do you have any omens left?
No.
That's an 8.
That is an 8. So she attempts to focus, and she phases out because she's going to phase next to you.
Okay.
But she doesn't know where you are, and she phases back to the cabin where she is. And the last thing that you hear is her scream, basically in frustration, because she doesn't know where Jeremiah is. And he was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And the crow gets basically lost and flies off, doesn't know where it's at. And as you walk, you see the mist start to part and give way. And for the first time, you actually see forest that isn't the graveyard.
Going to the forest.
As you walk into the Sarkesh forest and out of Graven Tosk, the last surviving member.
You did it!
Hey!
It's okay, I took someone out with me.
Yeah.
You took out the entire group.
You killed your allies.
There were no... They went after
So,
my dog.
Not everybody died.
I did debate going back for the scroll resurrection to get you back up.
Oh, you could have brought me back.
Oh yeah, there was a scroll of resurrection. Yeah.
What stopped me was Jeremiah doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our adventure for this evening.
We did it.
We
Woo!
did it, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody got out, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You finally had one person complete your trials.
Yes, complete the trials.
Look, considering I killed 3 of Richard's characters and
I
he hasn't killed me.
actually didn't think that you were going to survive the horn
Yeah.
at all. So,
Yeah.
no, that was good though.
You just lost an arm. Fine.
I don't need it.
Well, thank you both for playing.
Thank
you for having
in
us.
our game.
Listen
and,
here.
Thank you for Stockholm Cartel for Mörk Borg, and
Yeah.
Carl Druid for writing Those Left Behind, the adventure that we played today. So yeah, again, thanks for coming to Spooky Month, and see us next week where we have a new game and same guest.
Yeah. New game, same guest.
Yeah.
Moi?
Yeah.
Yeah, for anyone interested in this game, I will link Mörk Borg down in the description. We're not sponsored or anything like that. We just like playing fun games for Spooky Month.
Yeah.
If you're on Spotify or any of those audio-only podcasty things, 5 stars are always awesome there. If you're on YouTube, subscription and a like is well appreciated. But for now, I've been Tyler.
I've been Richard.
I've been CJ.
And we've been
True Strike.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Hey, adventurers. Thanks again for joining us today. Please be sure to give us a follow on your favorite podcasting platforms and YouTube. If there's any questions you'd like to write into the show, you can hit us up on X, Threads, or Instagram. New episodes release every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for listening to True Strike.